Here's a little misdirection. Austin Zielinski has room to the 40, to the 45, and he is going to be gone.
It's time for live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage is also brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Taco Shava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Now let's go to the stadium for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Quarter for Austin. Cortez in motion. He'll hand it to him around the right side. Cortez has the 10, has the 5, has the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
Hello and welcome everyone to Friday Night Football here on the NCWLIFE channel. Tonight's matchup, and it's Big 9 matchup between the West Valley Rams and the Eastmont Wildcats. I'm Grant Olson along with Brandon Harley on this rainy night here at Wildcat Stadium. And Brandon, it's raining harder now than I think it's been raining all day.
Yeah, I left home in Wenatchee just a few minutes ago and it's pouring down over here.
And one thing we have to mention because of this rain, and that's what's behind us, the field conditions. I can see some mud spots right behind Brandon at about, the 30, 35-yard line or so. The field, I think, tonight's going to be a factor.
Yeah, especially with a team like West Valley likes to throw the ball around a little bit. This is not good conditions for their kind of offense.
You know, they mix it up. Eastmont, we know what their game is, all on the ground.
Right.
So I guess this kind of suits them, as you mentioned.
Yeah, you got to take care of the ball when you have that kind of offense. And at a night like this, you want to really hold on to it tightly.
So the Rams coming off a few losses in a row now, coming into this one where Eastmont, a big win last week against Walla Walla, where they just had 350 yards on the ground. And as you mentioned, West Valley mixes it up a little bit. 1,400 yards through the air this year and about 1,000 yards on the ground. So that's pretty good balance for West Valley.
Yeah, a little more balance than what Eastmont's used to doing on their side of the ball. But we'll see how they handle the West Valley defensive front's got to really figure out how to stop Eastmont's inside run game.
And, you know, we talk about playoff scenarios, but, Brandon, there are so many at this point. Dan Kuntz told us that you have to finish in the top 14 RPI to get a home game next weekend. We don't know if Eastmont will finish in that top 14, so we'll have to wait and see. They need a good performance tonight. There's no doubt about that.
That's one of those things where you actually have to put a lot more points on the board just to kind of impress some people that are going to meet this weekend and talk about that strength schedule.
Absolutely. It's the 6-2 Eastmont Wildcats and the 4-4 West Valley Rams. When our pregame show continues, Eric Grantstrom caught up with Eastmont coach Jay Foster. We'll have that for you right after this.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Pregame show continues now on the NCWLIFE channel. I jumped the gun a little bit, Brandon. Coach Foster's coming up after this. But let's focus a little bit on this game particularly. We talked about Eastmont's rushing attack. How about their freshman sensation, Austin Zielinski? Last week he had 4 carries for 166 yards. His average yards per carry this year is 12.3 yards. This kid's going to be a superstar.
Right, yeah, when you average 41 yards a carry in the last game on 4 touches, that's pretty special. But like you said, the first thing that pops off the stat sheet is is 12 yards a carry.
It is amazing. And only a freshman. You know, it really gives Coach Foster and the Wildcats that explosive element in their offense.
Right. The last time we were here covering that game against Sunnyside, he was really showing his speed off the edge on the sweeps they run. You got Bodie Yale coming up the middle on their traps and inside run game, too, to counter that.
We're going to talk about Bodie Yale, 4th right now in the Big 9 and rushing 563 yards, and he's running at a 7.8 yard per carry clip. So this rushing attack, very important, and I'm sure West Valley, they're going to be keying on that tonight.
Right. It's Eastmont's bread and butter, man. You got to control the clock, and on a night like this, their wing tee is built for sloppy conditions late in the year like this.
And one thing that jumped out to me, Brandon, looking at West Valley's roster, the size of some of these players. Their receivers, 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2". Their quarterback, Braden Burley, also 6'2", 200 pounds. So they've got some size on that offensive side.
Yeah, Seth Woodcock, I think, is one of their leading receivers for the league, if I remember right, along with their 2 other receivers, so I don't recall their names right away, but all 3 of those guys are weapons that they use quite a bit, 1,400 yards passing.
And one player that Eastmont's going to have to look out for, Devin Asiso, who has about 600 yards on the ground and another 367 catching the ball. So I expect to see some swing passes out of the backfield, maybe some screens to Asiso tonight.
Yeah, they got to mix it up. They can't let the weather dictate how they got to play their game, and their game is just share the ball a little bit in the air and give it back to the back when they don't expect it.
All right, this is going to be fun. Once again, West Valley comes in at 4-4, Eastmont at 6-2, and we'll get the thoughts of Eastmont coach Jay Foster as our pregame show continues right after this.
Our next senior.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE channels. We get ready for the Rams and the Wildcats, and Jay Foster joining us now. First of all, you come off that non-league game, kind of a weird one to have that late in the season and not have it be a playoff game. Yeah, right. How did you come out of that?
It came out well, obviously. The score obviously was good in our favor. Came out healthy, got a lot of different kids in playing, so it was good, and got some guys who were banged up a little bit. You know, your upperclassmen gave them a chance to get off the field and try not to take as many hits as they've been taking along the way.
Austin Zielinski, 4 carries, was that right, for 166 yards? I mean, what kind of average is that? That's ridiculous.
Well, you know, I've been talking to, our offensive coordinator, Ryan Tuller, and said, what's the deal? Give the kid the ball. I mean, how tough is that?
He hasn't really had to work. I mean, he spurts free for big runs. And
yeah, he's a special kid. I mean, we knew he was going to be good at the beginning of the year. Obviously, we didn't expect this.
Yeah.
I think he's 3rd or 4th in the league in yards, but yards per carry by far.
Yeah.
So he's added an explosiveness to us that we were lacking, especially early in the season.
And Bodie finally got some yardage, for a change, and you got to be pretty happy with how the run game is going for you right now.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's what we're built on. We've got to be able to run the football. I've been pleased the way Peyton is we're starting to throw the ball better. We don't need to throw the ball a lot. Right. When we do, we have to be efficient,
sure.
and it has to make an impact. And so we're starting to get that down. And I've told the kids every week we just got to get a little bit better. And the whole idea is to continue to go, and we don't peak until the end of the season. And so hopefully that'll continue to get better. We're going to work on it this week again, and it's going to have to be a part of it, because if not, people just load up on you. And again, it doesn't have to be crazy. It just needs to be effective.
Well, and, especially this time of year with the forecast and everything else and the field not in the greatest of shapes, You want to have that run game, right?
Yes, we do. I'm sorry, I have to chuckle about the field a little bit. It's a little rough out there. Yeah. I mean, the bottom line, and I'm from the Northeast, and if you can't run the football, you're not winning in the playoffs because you can get any kind of weather at that point. And it's a little more drastic than here, but at the same time, that's still the same idea. If you can't run the football, you're not going to win in playoffs.
Talk about the Rams team coming in. They can throw the ball a little bit, kind of, a little balance. And they've been up and down this season. About a 500 club. What do you expect?
Well, they've scored in bunches, and they've been a Jekyll and Hyde thing. Early in the season they were scoring and playing defense, did pretty well, and then the last 2 or 3 games they've struggled putting the ball in the end zone, and I'm hoping that continues. Obviously, but yeah, they throw the football. It's a similar type offense that blew us up 2 weeks ago, and if they get going, that's what scares me, obviously. I do not want to get into a shootout. Even though we scored 52 last week, that's a combination of events that happens there. We're not designed to be in a shootout. We're designed in a slugfest. So, defensively, we have to step up and stop the pass and not allow them to get going. And offensively, we have to protect the football and continue to do what we've done the last few weeks.
Speaking of your defensive backs, you're going to have me talk to one of those. Tell me about this kid that we're going to talk to here in the pregame show.
Well, he's over my left shoulder, so I don't want to say too much good about him. But no, Braden's a kid who came out last year for the first time and very athletic. He was state qualifier in track, very athletic, learning football, and he's been exactly what we've asked him to do. He's gotten better every single week, and he's starting to figure out how football is played, and which allows his athletic ability to shine. So I'm really excited for him. He's done a great job for us, and last year at this time I'm going, boy, I don't know, but he's really done a great job and gotten better. So he's one of our staples back there.
You got a playoff game. We don't know against whom or where it'll be, but is that a thought going into this game tonight too, that, okay, let's get a lead, let's get these kids out, and let's get them rested up for next week?
Well, I think the thought process is let's take care of business tonight first. We have to win this ball game, and we know we're in, but I don't want to back in. I don't want to go in, after a loss. I want to go in continuing to get better. So we're going to play this game as though we're continuing to get better. If that allows us at the end of it all to get some folks in and get some younger guys some playing time and the varsity guys some rest, we'll do that. But if we need to continue to get better so that we're peaking going into the playoffs, that's how we're going to handle it.
Well, that's the recipe for success for Coach Jay Foster. Good luck on that elixir, and let's have a good pot of stew at the end of it.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
There you go, Jay Foster, keeping us here on the NCWLIFE channel. Don't forget, keep everybody healthy. That's the most important thing. We'll come back with that DB that he's talking about. Coming up next as the pregame show continues right after this.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel. Now talking with Braden Jones, defensive back for the Eastmont Wildcats. And Braden, for you, your coach was telling us, you're kind of still new to the whole football game. How's it coming for you?
It's definitely a great choice. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely, there's no sport like it. It's amazing.
I guess being someone that's pretty new to it, coming in last year and things like that. How long did it take you to get used to the violence of football?
Probably about a couple weeks. I mean, right off the get-go, we put on pads, and I was going up against some pretty big guys, and it was definitely a learning curve. But once you kind of get into the mindset, it's pretty straightforward from there.
Better to hit than be hit, right?
Yeah, that's what my dad always told me. I never understood, but now I do.
Well, let's talk about your season and the defense's season. You guys only have a couple of blips on the lost side of the column. You've put yourself in a position to get to the playoffs. Talk about this season for you and the rest of your defense.
Yeah, it's been pretty decent so far. We just got to clean up a couple things, mainly a little bit on the pass. We have a really nice D-line. We have some pretty nice linebackers. We just got to clean it up a little bit on the defensive backside, kind of cover the pass, and should be pretty exciting.
Well, let's talk about that with this West Valley team. They like to throw it around a little bit. What are you expecting?
Yeah, they do. They run a kind of similar offense to Moses Lake, so it should be pretty interesting seeing if we can recover, kind of just readjust and see how we play against that again.
It's complementary, isn't it? I mean, it's all about getting pressure up front, but then you guys got to do the coverage in the back, and you guys really have to depend on each other, don't you?
Yeah, it's really nice when they pull through and they get a sack and everybody's happy, and it's nice when we get a block and they get to relax a little bit.
Talk about what you like to do if you have any free time. I know right now you probably don't at all, but when you do have free time.
Yeah, very little, but I probably just eat and watch football at home.
Now, the eat thing, is that because you're trying to put on a little more weight, or?
Yeah, I try to, but during football season, it's really tough, yeah.
Okay. Favorite subjects in school?
Oof, definitely probably AP Gov.
Oh,
it's really, yeah, it's kind of nerdy, but.
Well, no, that's okay. That's all right. So you're probably pretty interested in the selection thing going on?
Yeah, it'll be, a lot of that topic going on.
All right, good. After school, what do you want to do?
Probably pursuing business.
Okay.
I don't know what, but probably go to college, yeah.
Any idea on where you want to go?
I'm going to try and apply to UW.
Okay.
But pretty tough school to get into.
It is, that's for sure. What's it mean to your family to have you out there playing football on a Friday night for the Cats?
It means a lot, especially since my little brother is there with me as a freshman on the sideline. He's always helped me out, always pat me on the back, and it's really something.
Best moment you've had this year as a Wildcat?
Probably Sunnyside. Sunnyside, that was such a good game for me, and we barely pulled away at the end and came away with a win, and that was a really good feeling.
When you come off of that, that was a tough game back and forth and barely get the win out of that one. But next day, wake up Saturday morning, are you kind of pinching yourself a little bit going, did that just happen last night?
Yeah, you kind of wake up and everything, your body reminds you that you played football last night, but in your head, you're like, oof, what just happened?
Now, for those that have never played the game, you're pretty new to it still. I hear people, describe it like you're in a car crash several times a night, and then you wake up the next day and feel that. Is that about accurate?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit less since I played DB. I kind of just run around a lot, but I mean, yeah, when I get hit, I could feel it the next morning. That's for sure.
Any other sports?
Track.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I run hurdles in that, and that's kind of carried over a little bit to the running side of football.
Yeah, I was going to say that probably helps a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it helps a lot with the hips because DB, you got to be loose. And it's helped a lot.
Well, best of luck here against the Rams tonight, and stay healthy, number one.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Braden Jones joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back, get you the starting lineups, and get you kickoff between the Rams and the Wildcats on senior night coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel, set to go with the Eastmont Wildcats and the West Valley Rams on this rainy night here at Wildcat Stadium. Light rain continues to fall, and Brandon, we talked about the field being a bit of a concern. It's looking pretty muddy, especially when we get up above it a little bit. It's going to be a little slick out there, no doubt about that.
Yeah, this late in the season with these natural grass fields, which we don't have that many more of those left in the state of Washington anymore, they get chewed up for sure.
And, you know, it makes a difference if Eastmont does finish in the top 14 RPI. They could host a game, but it won't be here. It'll be at the Apple Bowl where they have the artificial turf. So you can't even host a home game that way.
Yeah, that's one of the byproducts of all the rules and SOPs that people have now for hosting playoff games in our state.
And we talked about RPI. Right now, currently, Eastmont is at that number 14 spot at 6-2. Moses Lake, great shape at number 3. So Eastmont is at number 14, according to Eric here on this West Valley Rams schedule. So, yeah,
that's where
tonight's game, I think they need a big win, don't you?
That's what I was just going to say. You know, it's one of those unfortunate things that occasionally you're like, oh, they're trying to run up the score a little bit. Well, sometimes you got to run it up a little bit to impress the committee that's going to actually seed this.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Eastmont's only lost their second game of the season, or 2 losses, their second game of the season, 14-7 to Post Falls, and then at Moses Lake where they lost 40-0. But then again, West Valley lost to Moses Lake last week 58-0. And the head scratcher on this really is West Valley's lost to Ike 33-7 2 weeks ago. That's kind of a head scratcher.
Yeah, I heard that score and I thought, I didn't hear that right. And they said it again. I'm like, man, what happened that game? And, you know, that's high school football where anything can happen, and it's even though it's West Valley and Yakima districts, it's still a competitive rivalry there.
It really is. And as I mentioned, the standings in the Big Nine, Moses Lake at 5-0, Eastmont 4-1, Sunnyside is at 3-2, and then it's West Valley at 2-3, Wenatchee 2-4, and Davis and Ike bringing up the rear, both at 1-4 on this season. So a lot hinges on what happens in the playoff tonight around the Big Nine. There was a game last night. Wenatchee got beat by Southridge, I believe, 48-7, I think was the final, something like that.
Yeah, it was a rough game.
Were you there?
I was there for a little bit of it. Southridge had a running back who ran for 32 carries for 360 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, wow.
It was a rough one.
And you don't hear much about Southridge down there in that conference, do you?
No, that league down there, that conference is so powerful.
Well, you got Kamiak and Kennewick. Chiawana couldn't win it all this year. They're so good. So it's pretty tough going down there. Yeah. All right, when we come back, we will take a look at tonight's starting lineups and more as the pregame show continues on the NCWLIFE channel right after this.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,100.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Tonight's broadcast of Big 9 football on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. Taking a look now at tonight's starting lineup. First with the Eastmont Wildcat offense. At one tackle is J.D. Serta. He's a senior at 5'11", 235 pounds. Lots of seniors, and it was senior night here at the stadium. And more seniors on this team than I really realized. Boy, they were lined up out there. One of them is Abe Garcia. He's a guard, 5'8", 238 pounds. The center, Austin Padron, also a senior, 5'8", 230 pounds. And the other guard, also a senior, Landon Hutzel. He's 5'10", 233 pounds. The other tackle is Alexis Sotelo, also a senior. So the entire starting line is our seniors on Eastmont's team, and you can tell it by the running game, that's for sure. Tight end tonight, I think we're going to see a lot of him, is Dax Dixon. He's a 6-foot, 190-pounder. One wide receiver, Luke Schruby, also a senior. He's 5'10", 170 pounds. Starting running backs, and we're going to see a lot of running backs tonight. Rafa Perez, he's a senior, 5'6", 175 pounds. We'll take a break for tonight's national anthem.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move Meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
All right, we're back at Wildcat Stadium. We'll continue taking a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Eastmont offense. Another running back is Julian Cortez, 5'8", 170-pound senior, and Bodie Yale, who we talked about a little bit in the pregame show, the 4th leading rusher in the Big 9. He's a junior, 6 feet, 192 pounds. And the quarterback tonight, he's only a sophomore. It's Peyton Zaliski, 5'6", 145 pounds. The Wildcats are coached by first-year head coach Jay Foster. And now for the defense for the West Valley Rams. At one defensive back, Eric Campos. Eric Campos is joined by Antonio Hernandez. He is a senior, 5'11", 145 pounds. Also a DB is Keith Eldridge, a senior, 5'9", 150 pounds. Antonio Baraja is a defensive back. He's also a running back. Very good athlete on this team. team, 6 feet, 170 pounds. At linebacker, Michael Prather. He is 5'8", 155-pound senior. He'll be joined by Devin Ortiz, also a senior at 6 feet, 185 pounds. Another linebacker, Chase Massey, 6 feet, 195. And the fourth linebacker, Derek Drobeck. He's a senior at 5'9", 200 pounds. Now the defensive line, Braden Adris. He's a senior, 6'2", 225 pounds. Makana Pakalui, also a senior, and he's a big one, 6'2", 220 pounds. And the offensive line is rounded out by Arthur Knight. He is a senior at 6'5", 210 pounds. Head coach for the West Valley Rams is Ryan Scott. Did you catch the toss out there, Brandon?
I didn't. I was checking out my stat sheet. I forgot to look right before you said that. I thought I better look, and I forgot.
Okay. Tonight's officials, by the way, our referee is Mike Penning. Our umpire is Zach Kirshner. Linesman Craig Still. Our line judge Kirk Lyons. And our back judge is Steve Johnston. So Eastmont right there on your screen in their red, trimmed in blue and white, while West Valley in their away white tops and light blue bottoms as both teams take the field. Great to have you tonight on the NCWLIFE channel on this cool and wet fall night here in the Wenatchee Valley. So we'll see, Brandon, how this field, we're going to find out early what kind of effect that's going to have, I think.
Very quick. I was looking out there, and rain's still coming down a little bit. Not as strong as it was when we were out on the field for the pregame, but we'll see if Austin Zielinski can field a clean kick here and start off the game with a strong return.
He's so dynamic. A straight-up runner, has great vision of the field. For a freshman. It's pretty amazing.
Special that you're able to have that.
All right, Alex Whiteside with the kickoff for West Valley. Ball is bobbled at about the 18-yard line, picked up, and now some room past the 30 in good field position out to the 35-yard, I should say 33-yard line. And it was Zielinski on the return, so the first possession now for the Eastmont Wildcats.
Possession of the game. From the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, Eastmont.
West Valley has good size. We'll start out with an odd front, a 3 down lineman. They're going to bring a 4th linebacker down and really crowd the box here to try to get Eastmont to force them to throw the ball a little bit.
Zielinski in shotgun for the Wildcats. In motion was Yale. Handoff goes to Brody Yale around the right side. Slips a little bit. Crosses the 35. Pushed out of bounds at around the 39-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 6 on the first possession for Eastmont.
Just the basic Eastmont sweep off the right end there. Getting a good seal for a 6. If you're averaging 6 yards a carry at the beginning of the game, you're in a good spot.
This offensive line, we talked about it being seniors, so experienced in this offense, and that helps a ton with all the motion and everything that's going on. All right, 2nd down and 4. Handoff around the right side. It's Zielinski, and he is going nowhere. I'm not sure he even made it back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard there.
Defensive back there for West Valley, Evan Mathena, really did a good job setting the edge and forcing him to try to go to the sideline and then wrapping him up there.
So is that a good strategy if you're on offense on a slick field, is try to get to the outside, make the defense run to get you, or you just keep pounding it up the middle?
You got to really know your field, and it depends on where the water carries the most, and maybe it's drier on the edge.
And they're in the worst part of this field. You can see it on your screen. Not very good right there. Here's Zielinski again. They're going to try the left side this time. He gets cut back in. Will he get a first down? Gets hammered right at the stakes at about the 43-yard line. Boy, that is going to be awfully close.
They're giving it to him right away. The White Hats waving the chain gang down.
Nice 5-yard run. It seems like he's doing nothing out there, and then it's 5 yards, right? But he's so strong for a freshman also.
Defensive back on that on the right side of the field for West Valley did his job. He got him to put his foot in the ground and cut back. He set the edge, but there wasn't anybody there to fill, so he was able to get that first down.
So our first down of the ball game. Eastmont 1st and 10. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Yale in motion. Handoff up the middle instead. Big hole up the middle, and I believe it's Britton on that carry. That'll be good for another first down, 10 yards on that carry.
Really nice kick out by the right guard on that side. They right tackle, down block, right guard pulled around and kicked out the end and let Britton run right behind him for a 10-yard gain.
Britton too, Brandon, only a sophomore. So with Zielinski and Britton, they got a pretty good running game going forward.
Well, it's nice, as you said, if you're freshmen and sophomore running backs, wing backs, and you got a senior-laden line, that takes some of that pressure off you to do more than you need to.
1st and 10, ball now in Ram territory at the 46-yard line. Shotgun for Zielinski. Handoff right side. Here comes Austin Zielinski, turns the corner, gets another first down, and then some, and then the fumble after. He didn't go down. Is this going to be a touchdown? 46 yards. He never did touch the ground, and that is a touchdown, Eastmont. How about that?
Yeah, it was. He was wrapped up on a
fooled
spin
me,
here.
that's for sure.
See on the replay if they have that available to us. Really good job of number 73, Abe Garcia, pulling.
He spun and just got away there.
There it is, yeah. Never touched the knee, so heck of a run.
Eastmont, their first possession right down the field, highlighted by that 46-yard run. Here's the kick. It's up through the middle, and it is good. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left to go first quarter, and just like that, it's Eastmont 7, West Valley nothing. We're back in 60.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
All right, the Eastmont kickoff taken by Seth Woodcock, and it's returned for the Rams out to around the 27-yard line, and that's where the Rams will begin their first possession of this game. By the way, that Eastmont scoring drive, 5 plays, 67 yards, 2 minutes, 34 seconds off the clock, 46-yard touchdown run, Austin Zielinski, the kick good, and that's where we sit right now at 7-0.
Rams will have their first.
So here we go, West Valley on offense. Drayden Burley, the quarterback, we talked about. Good size, 6'2", 200 pounds. Trips left right away, and a man in motion that side as well. Burley, he's going to pass right away over the middle. Got a man there, and it's over the 35-yard line, close to a first down at the 36. Not complete to Eric Campos. The 5'10", 170-pound junior.
The Rams motion their running back to quads. You got 4 receivers set on the wide side of the field. They're forcing Eastmont to adjust, and with that, the inside receiver was able to sit in that little hole right there. It's a nice little play for the Rams.
4 receivers to the left side this time. A little screen set up. Eastmont reads it pretty well, and I think that will be enough for a first down, but boy, not by much. On the reception, Antonio Barajas out of the backfield. Was lined up as a receiver that time. Needed a yard, got about 2, and it's a West Valley first down.
That catch out to the 48-yard line.
The last few times I've had a chance to watch Eastmont play against teams that are heavy pass, they've done a really good job game planning for those kind of 4 or 5 receiver sets.
We'll see if West Valley comes out with a run now. I've had a pretty good season on the ground, over 1,000 yards. Eastmont jumps. It's Adrian Rodriguez from his defensive end position, I believe, or he might have been drawn offside.
The left tackle was leaning a little bit, but it was a hard camp by the quarterback that got the end to jump. We'll see what the White Hats have to say.
Just a lean will get you too, won't it, Brandon?
Yeah, on the offensive line if they catch it. Yeah, they're going to get it on the...
Yeah, it's on the Wildcats. So instead of a 1st and 10, it's 1st and 5 now for the Rams, and that'll put the ball at the 43-yard line. So West Valley sniffing midfield now on their first possession of the ball game. Clock moving as we dip under 8 minutes left in the first quarter. 7-0 Eastmont on top. Trips right this time, wide side of the field for West Valley. Burley shotgun. Here's our first handoff, and it's up the middle, Barajas. And that's a nice gain. Not quite a first down, but a gain of about 3.
Yeah, 1st and 5, you got a lot of options there, and it's a good choice to get the ground game established. Just a quick inside zone run for Antonio there.
And Barajas, by the way, is in the leaderboard of statistical leaders in the Big Nine with 275 yards on the ground this season so far. 2nd and short. Across the 45, still going to be short of that first down as Barajas again, and I don't know if he got really anything there, Brandon, maybe a yard.
They run a counter to the short side of the field, and Adrian Rodriguez, the Eastmont defensive end, did a great job of scraping flat down that line and grabbing it from the backside. That's one of the weak spots on counter. If you don't get that backside end blocked, and he did a really good job of wrapping that up early.
3rd down and 1 now for the Rams. Ball at their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers split out wide side this time. That's Burley's right side. 1 to the left. Looked like some movement. No call. Barajas is going to have a first down and more as he rumbles into Eastmont territory down at the 47-yard line. Gain of 6 that time, and another West Valley first down.
Nothing fancy there. Short yardage. Lean on your big line there and get that first down.
And that was nice blocking over the left side.
The ball now at the Eastmont territory, 47-yard line, 1st and 10 in West Valley.
So West Valley also on the move, their first possession. Eastmont did it quickly with a 46-yard run, and West Valley a little more methodical on their first drive. They began at their own 27-yard line. Burley pass behind and a little high, his tended receiver, and that was Seth Woodcock. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Double wheel routes on each side. The number 1 receiver on the outside ran kind of a little slant. The inside guy runs a wheel behind, vertical. Had him open, and ball came out of his hand very off. I don't know if it was wet. You know, it's still a little sprinkles out there.
Yeah, it's not like it was in our pregame show. You look at the light standards, and it's very light right now. Kind of a misty rain. On this 2nd down and 10, Burley all by himself in the backfield. Shotgun. Floats one over the middle. I think it might have got tipped just a little bit maybe at the line of scrimmage because it kind of went in a weird direction. He had him open as well.
Eastmont had a little bit of a blown coverage there. West Valley was going quads. 4 receivers set to the wide side of the field there. And that's one of those adjustments as a defense. You don't see that week to week consistently. And West Valley's already thrown that formation out 4 times now. And you got to really be disciplined on the back end of your defensive backs when you have those 4 receivers doing all sorts of pattern recognition there.
And you said it earlier, Brandon. It looks like Burley's had some open receivers out there.
Yeah, a little rushed on that throw. I think he saw his receiver come open so quickly that he might have rushed it a little bit.
3rd and 10 now, Rams. Burley back to pass, looking right, goes that way, has a man. It goes off his hand. That should have been caught. And that would have been a Ram first down inside the 35. Instead, now it's 4th down and 10 for West Valley. And what do you do here? 4th and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. Looks like they might be going for it.
Yeah, late in the season, and West Valley's looking to probably improve their position on a crossover game, whoever we have them matched up with.
That's a good point.
So there's nothing really to lose you're on the road. You got some good looks here.
4th and 10. Rams going for it on 4th down. Motion man is Barajas to the right side. Good protection for Burley. Again, a pass at the 30, and boy, hammered on that catch. Jackson Phillips by a couple of Eastmont Wildcats, and it forced him to drop the ball. And that'll be turned over on downs.
Eastmont plays man-to-man coverage on their single receiver short side here, the boundary side. And Jackson there, number 8. Or is that who you mentioned there? The receiver? Yeah, he was able to beat the DB and just thread that needle there and not able to hold on to a good hit by the safety there.
Evan Mathena with that hit, one of the players in on that play for Eastmont. Okay, Wildcats back on offense now with the 7-0 lead. 5:56 left to go first quarter. Good field position, handoff up the middle, and a gain across the 50 to about the 49-yard line. Bodie Yale on the carry. As Eastmont jumps now into Ram territory at the 49-yard line. Gain of 4 on that carry for Yale.
49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7, Eastmont.
I'd like to see him touch it even a little bit more. He's such a great athlete out there. He's got good size, about 190, 195 pounds, and he's a good runner.
Yeah, he's a lengthy, athletic-looking football player here.
Here he is again, right up the middle, and look at the hole he has here inside the 40. First down to about the 38-yard line, 11 yards on that carry for Yale.
Same play they ran in the first series where he got about a 6-yard gain on that. Right tackle blocks down, right guard pulls around and kicks the end out and runs right behind him there.
Yale having a nice season, 72 carries, 563 yards, and we mentioned it in the pregame, that's 7.8 yards per clip on his carries so far this season. First down, Eastmont. Here's Zielinski, and he can't break free this time. Will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard on that play, and that'll bring up second down and about 11 now for Eastmont. Ball right at the West Valley 40-yard line.
Good play by the West Valley defensive right end. Our Eastmont's guard couldn't quite get him kicked out, and he blew past him and made that tackle in the backfield.
Rafa Perez now in the backfield, right behind Peyton Zielinski. Perez, the handoff, very quick in that line, finds his hole, gets a nice gain. Almost to the 25 to the 26-yard line. 14 yards on that carry and another Eastmont first down. Nice blocking up front by the Wildcats.
It's that same kind of kick-out ISO play that they've had some success with. They keep going to that right side, so it might be something that they see on film that they can really take advantage of. It's been 4 plays now where they've had at least 6, 11, 10, 14 yards on that same play.
All right, Eastmont, it's timeout on the field. West Valley calls this timeout. 3:54 left to go in the first quarter, and our score is Eastmont 7 and West Valley nothing. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online today at abbys.com. Also by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda, committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Well, Brandon, it seems so far Eastmont's doing what they do best, and that's run the ball.
That's all you need to do. They haven't had any need to even try to attempt a pass. Everything's been short yardage or first down on first down runs, and so, yeah, right now we're looking at 6, 7, 9 rushes, and they are well in the black in terms of positive yardage.
You know, Eric asked Coach Foster about that, and Coach Foster had a great answer. He said, we'll pass more when we're efficient in the passing game.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you pass when you need to.
Right.
You know, if you don't need to, then you don't have to pass.
That's right. First down and 10, Eastmont. 3:54 in this quick-moving first quarter. Eastmont ahead 7-0. Zielinski, quick handoff, Bodie Yale around the right side. There's that tough running inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards on that carry for Yale, and it was all straight there.
And it was again over that right side where we had that same play that Eastmont is really taking advantage of the weak side of the left, the West Valley left side of the front there on their defense.
And we mentioned it, all seniors up front for the Wildcats, and boy, they're showing it right now. J.D. Serta, Abe Garcia, Zielinski motion. And we've got some movement, I believe, on the Rams, and that's going to give Eastmont 5 yards here.
Yeah, West Valley's defensive tackles are kind of doing what we used to call as a bear front, where you're matched up, kind of head up on your guards, and that is not going well for them.
So instead of playing gaps, you're head up?
Yeah, you can do a little bit of that, and then sometimes they shift. You can see they've brought their linemen deep inside to try to take away those traps and inside runs, and they're scraping off tackle, and you're gashing them with those 10, 11, 12-yard runs there.
First down and 5
Here's
from the 12.
one.
There's Yale. He's going to rumble into the end zone. 12-yard touchdown, Eastmont Wildcats.
It's so tough when you play a wing T team like Eastmont, where you focus on taking away one specific play, and you maybe do that, and then you have another option, which is an ISO outside or the sweep to the other side, and all that misdirection that's going on behind it. And they're doing a good job of staking. The trap's gone. They haven't had to run it. They're not going to run it.
You're right. Jose Valencia on for the point after. Dax Dixon, the holder for the Wildcats. Holds down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:08 now left to go first quarter. It's Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. We're back to Wildcat Stadium in 60 seconds.
At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
The kickoff by Valencia went off Woodcock's leg and went about 10 yards towards Eastmont. That was a live ball and almost recovered by the Wildcats. That could have been a disaster for West Valley here, but the Rams do recover it, and they will take over at their own 29-yard line.
Doing a kickoff return is a frightening experience, and then when the grass is a little wet, you know, your ball's under-kicked, and you don't want it to get by you, and then you muff it there. And
you said it, there's so many factors on a night like this, for sure. West Valley's second possession of the night, their last possession. It was a nice drive, 11 plays, but they turned it over on downs inside Eastmont territory. Player on the field late for the Rams. Plenty of time on the play clock. Once again, Burley shotgun. Play action. Little screen dump off, and it's dropped. Boy, a nice play, a nice design that time, but number 20, Braden Idris, just couldn't hold on, the big senior tight end.
Yeah, he was the late entry to the field, too. I was a little surprised that ball ended up going to him. He was the last guy on the field by a long shot, and, high school football, that happens.
So that's like the second pass now, Brandon, that Burley's thrown that's been dropped.
Yeah.
The last possession they had a drop on a big third down, I think.
He's 2 for 7 right now, and there was several drops in the first series. And you just can't. In a game like this, you cannot make those mistakes. You just don't have any room for error.
Trips now one receiver right in motion. The receiver gets the handoff and he's got some room around the left side too, and then gets corralled at about the 36-yard line. Make it the 37, gain of 8 for West Valley on that play.
Number 4, Jack Goodrich, taking the fly sweep around the wide side of the field and got himself, what would you say there, about 9 yards, 8 yards?
8 yards. Third down and 2 now for West Valley at their own 37-yard line. 4 receivers out there, 2 short side, 2 on the wide side of the field. Now make it 3 on that wide side as Campos goes that way. Ball is passed and hit immediately in the backfield is Antonio Barajas. And what a hit by outside linebacker Joel Manring. That'll be a loss all the way back to the 27-yard line. It's 9 yards on that loss for West Valley. And boy, they snuffed that out right away.
Really nice play by the Eastmont defense there, being all over that.
4th and 11 now. It looks like Braden Idris, the big tight end who dropped the pass earlier, on to punt. Dax Dixon back to receive for the Wildcats. That was weird. The ball was snapped and the players didn't move on the offensive line. So
one of the what is it? The everybody except for the center penalty.
Right, I've heard that. That's a good call. So instead of 4th and 11, 4th and 16, and that takes West Valley back. The unfortunate thing for the Rams, it's going to give Eastmont even better field position. Not easy kicking out there on a slick field, is it?
No, yeah, that's the other thing. Kickers especially have to have such solid footing in order for them to be confident. And a night like this and what just happened there also gives you a little worry.
Braden Idris with the kick. It's a wobbler that bounces at about the 50-yard line. Dixon just lets it roll. It does take a nice West Valley roll inside the 40, and that's where Eastmont will begin at their own 38-yard line. Well, the Wildcats have had a lot of success so far. Scored on their first 2 possessions. We got a minute 45 now left to go in this first quarter. But you know, Eastmont really hasn't had to do a lot. 5-play drive and a 6-play drive, each drive under 3 minutes. Of course, the first drive highlighted by a 46-yard run and then good field position on the second. But they've taken advantage of what West Valley has given them so far in this quarter.
Right, and you can see that West Valley is still doing the same. Here's the same play. West Valley is still using that same front adjustment that they have and had not had sex. That's the least amount of yards on that play that they've given up. That's
right. You know, you're right. 3 yards for Rafa Perez on that carry. 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. A minute 20 left to go in this first quarter. Been all Wildcats, 14-0.
West Valley's front's a little more traditional. 2 stand-up ends there with just a nose tackle. Now you got an inside power run here to do that adjustment.
Rafa Perez again as he rumbles over the 45 to the 46. 4 yards on that carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 3, a short 3 for the Wildcats.
In any kind of a wing T offense, 3rd and 3 is right where you want to be.
You know it is.
That's what you're shooting for, right? 3rd and 3 or less, and you know that's no sweat.
Ram defense makes some adjustments here as the clock continues to move. 34 seconds left to go, and a Ram jumps, and that's going to give the Eastmont a 1st down.
I don't think it would have mattered. He was lined up so far off sides in the neutral zone that if they had snapped it without a jump, they would have got the 5-yard anyway.
And that's a senior too, Brandon. Arthur Knight, that end for West Valley. So now Eastmont back into Ram territory. Ball at the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10. Zielinski shotgun. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Got some movement and kind of a busted play too as Zielinski nowhere to go. Does manage, I believe, to get to the 50. Motion on the Wildcats.
You'll see 2 men in motion at the snap of the ball there.
You know, and all the motion for the Wildcats, it's almost amazing it doesn't get called a little bit more.
Yeah, you do it all the time at practice. You know, in these particular kinds of offenses, you're just so legal shifts. Yeah, somebody can come set, and it is a lot of smoke and mirrors, and that's part of why it's so difficult against for a defense to read those keys against a good wing T running football team.
The ball remains at the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10, the ball pretty much at midfield. And that will do it for our first quarter. It has been all Wildcats so far in this Big 9 matchup here on the NCWLIFE channel. After one, it's Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. Second quarter coming your way in 60 seconds.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
And we are back at Wildcat Stadium for the start of the second quarter. Eastmont has the football, 2nd down and 10. Ball right at midfield, 50-yard line. Wildcats lead it 14-0. Zielinski shotgun, as he always is. Handoff left side. Cut back upfield. Nice run up to the 45-yard line. Julian Cortez, one of the senior running backs, with a nice carry there for 5.
Julian Cortez with the carry.
Abe Garcia once again, another great job of kicking out the end, allowing for that run to gain as much as it did.
It didn't look like much to begin with, did it?
West Valley did a good job of stretching the play out. They're now making some adjustments on their D front, forcing Eastmont to run the ball a little bit more outside.
3rd down and 6 now for the Wildcats. Ball at the Ram 45-yard line. Zielinski's going to throw this one. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage and goes incomplete. First pass. Remember, Peyton Zielinski's only 5 feet 6 inches tall, so it's kind of hard to get it over those arms and helmets and hands.
Again, that's another part of a traditional wing T offense that sometimes people forget about. You have a very not so tall quarterback who can spin and keep the ball and end up taking it off on his own sometimes as well.
Right. Dixon on to punt for the Wildcats in this 4th down and 6. I think Seth Woodcock is the man to receive this kick. Low kick to the right side of the field, bounces at the 20, and then is picked up. And the runner pushed out of bounds. Did get about 3 more yards after picking that up, and that'll give West Valley just a little bit better field position at the Eastmont 24-yard line. Or I should say their own 24.
The White Hat, our referee, signaled that it was tipped slightly on the punt. The West Valley rush off that their left side, Eastmont's right, wasn't very well contained. Was able to get a little piece of that.
Because it did look kind of funky, didn't it?
It wasn't a great kick, but I don't know how much of the defender got a piece of it, but we'll see if that comes back later to be something that they need to key on.
So West Valley with their 3rd possession of this game, turned it over on downs and punted so far their first 2 possessions. Burley under pressure, scrambles right side, has a receiver but doesn't connect. He was there too once again, and that's Eric Campos, and it goes incomplete.
Eastmont doing a good job of making him get out of that pocket. He initially took a good drop, but then was flushed, backside rush, and then, like you said, the receiver was open, run it on the run. That's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
Nope, threw it behind him.
And it looks like, I know it's early, that Burley may be a little more comfortable in the pocket than he is kind of rolling out. Even on in the first quarter on one of their possessions, didn't look that comfortable. He does look comfortable in the pocket. We'll see. 2nd down and 10 now for the Rams. Ball once again at their own 23-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Burley, looking left, flushed out again, and this time the Wildcats are going to get to him.
They sent Logan Schmutzler on a blitz up the middle there, and he fought off the center, tossed him aside, and then made that tackle.
He's such a tough football player, too. That's a loss of about 4 yards on that play.
Eastmont making the defensive coach there, Coach Foster, making that call. You don't see a lot of that inside blitz as much as you used to, and certainly that was an effective call there.
Quad receivers right side on this 3rd down and 14 now for West Valley. 5 receivers in this offensive set. Empty backfield. Burley the snap. Stays in the pocket, does have his man. Gain of only about 3 yards, though, across the 25 to the 26.
Evan Campos there, bringing up another 4th down for West Valley.
That'll bring on the big punter once again.
That was Drayden Burley's first completion since that first series.
Oh, it's unbelievable. He's got a nice arm. Couple of drops and a couple of passes behind his receivers. Braden Edris once again on to kick. Dax Dixon back for the Wildcats. Almost got there, the Wildcats. Ball and bouncing again. This time it stays bouncing at about the 35-yard line. I think Dixon expected that to go out about the 40, but Eastmont will begin at their own 35-yard line with 9 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Eastmont on their first 3 possessions, touchdown, and punt so far in this game.
That snap there on that punt for the West Valley long snapper was very slow. Almost blocked there again by Eastmont. So that'll be something that they see it again. They'll bring a little more heat up the middle.
I think so too. Yeah. All right, Wildcats back on offense here. Their 4th possession of this game. Handoff, nothing fancy, right up the middle. This time it goes to Bodie Yale. Gets about 3 on that carry. I think Yale can get 3 without really even doing anything.
He's a big kid and athletic. With that line, as you said, you lean on some guys and you get that downhill attack, and it's hard not to get at least a yard out of that. Get 3 is your goal.
2nd down and 7, Wildcats. Ball at their own 38-yard line. Motion man and the handoff, left side, big hole left side. Julian Cortez lowers that shoulder as he goes out of bounds. And he's going to be marked down at the 45-yard line. 17 yards on that KO for Julian Cortez.
Nothing fancy there. Nice fly sweep off the left-hand side. Put him in motion. Get him the ball going full speed, and he's got the edge and the line, and the receivers had a good seal.
Great blocking.
14-yard gain. Yeah, they'll take that anytime.
Back in Ram territory now. 1st and 10 at the West Valley 45-yard line. Rafa Perez now in at running back for the Wildcats. Handoff, it's Austin Zielinski, right side, powering his way to almost the 40-yard line. Going to mark him just shy of the 40, about 4 yards on that carry for Zielinski.
Here's what makes it rough, right? Like, that's a 4-yard gain. That's a good game for your offense, but everything that West Valley did on that play was right. They stretched the play to the sideline, but they still had good push by the Eastmont receivers and line. You do all the job you're supposed to do on defense, and you still give a 4 yards. So
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating, yeah.
You bet.
See a pull here by the right guard.
2nd and 6, Cortez in motion. Goes from one side to the other side, now back to the right. Play clock at 2. Bad snap recovered by Zielinski, but that's going to be all the way back to the 41-yard line. Now they're going to mark it at about the 43, so 16 yards there.
Zielinski covers the bad snap for the Wildcats. Take the ball, twist across.
There's that potential wet weather factor.
Boy, it really is.
Haven't had any bad snaps up until that point.
I haven't seen one by the Eastmont all year since we've been doing games, come to think of it.
Yeah.
I haven't. All right, Eastmont now facing third and long, 3rd and 22 for the Wildcats. Ball back in their own territory at the 43-yard line. Swing pass out on the flat. Here's Bodie Yale on the reception, fumbles the football, and it's recovered by the Rams right at their own 49-yard line. And our first turnover of the ball game, and it's a fumble by the Wildcats. So West Valley, their best field position by far so far of this ball game. And it's all the way up at their own 49-yard line. And they have begun each drive inside their own 30. So this is kind of a relief for the Rams here with 7:02 left to go in the second quarter. West Valley, their offense doesn't seem, Brandon, they haven't gotten to a rhythm of any kind yet.
Yeah, that's the right word to use when you're talking about what they do. And the quarterback there, Burley, hasn't had it right now. Like you said, that rhythm is right here is what you need to do.
Big hole right side and a big gain as well, all the way up to the 40-yard line, 11 yards on that carry, and that was Barajas.
Yeah, when you're down 14 quick, to get back into your rhythm, you do have to run the ball a little bit. You got to get that defense softened up to give your offense a chance to try to do what you do. If they know you're going to just throw the ball over and over, it makes it easier for their planning as well.
You know what we haven't seen tonight is Devin Asiso.
Right.
5th leading rusher in the Big Nine, also one of the leading receivers for West Valley tonight. And he just has not been out there tonight. Here's the pass, a little bit high. Boy, he had him once again. Barajas over the middle. It goes incomplete. That could have been a big gain for the Rams right there.
Receiver Antonio Barajas, incomplete for the Rams.
Well, you mentioned number 24, and I do see number 24 jersey is the ball boy over there, so maybe he's not playing tonight.
That's interesting. Well, I noticed he wasn't in the starters, and he's one of their best players,
right.
So that doesn't help the Rams' cause, that's for sure. All right, 2nd down and 10. Ball still at the Eastmont 40-yard line. Burley shotgun, and Eastmont jumps a little bit quick that time, and that was Adrian Rodriguez.
Eastmont stems their front a little bit with a shift, and they bring Adrian Rodriguez the end down, and he was ready to go, man, and just couldn't slam the brakes on fast enough.
So instead of a 2nd and 10, it's 2nd down and 5 for the Rams at the Eastmont 35-yard line.
Third down and 5, West Valley.
Here's the snap, handoff. Barajas, boy, great tackle because he had a lot of room up the middle. That was a saving tackle that time by Eastmont's defender, and that was Connor Schwab, the inside linebacker. Barajas slow to get up.
Barajas was full speed when he hit that hole, and he met Schwab there, who did a good job of wrapping him up, and you can see it took him a second to get up off the dirt.
Gain of about a yard after all that, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3, a gain of 2 rather. And with the absence of Cinto, Barajas getting a lot of work tonight.
Back to that quads look off the wide side.
Burley back to pass, looking short side instead, goes over the middle. Boy, nice pass to his receiver that time. It was just simply dropped Seth Woodcock over the middle, and that would have been another nice gain for West Valley. Instead, it's 4th down and about 3. That pass was there.
Yep, it was a nice clear out slant with the quads on the top side of the formation there. The Eastmont defensive backs or safeties really have to be alert, and then just that kind of skinny post, almost slant look was there.
Stops the clock with 5 minutes, 33 seconds left to go until halftime. Trips left this time. 4th down for the Rams, and might be a hold right there, and there it is. So this isn't going to matter as Burley runs out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down.
Pretty easy call to make for the referee right there in front of the left tackle, doing whatever he can to keep his quarterback safe, including mugging the defensive end there.
Donovan Torres was the man in there for the Eastmont Wildcats. Such a good defensive end. He's one of those tall, lanky defensive ends.
All year, Kalunga in the middle and Donnie Torres, they've been impressive on that front side there.
Declined by the Wildcats. So Eastmont will take over on down.
4th down on that penalty, so Eastmont will get a first down. They declined it, right?
Yep.
So Eastmont will have it now. Their 5th possession of this ball game, and the ball will be spotted at their own 31-yard line. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left to go before halftime. Eastmont, their last 2 possessions, a punt and a fumble after 2 touchdowns to begin this ball game. Looks like Rafa Perez out there standing to the right of Zielinski. Fake to him, and it's a handoff around the edge. Julian Cortez changes field. We might have a hold on Eastmont too. Cortez still on the move. I think this is coming back, though, as Cortez rumbles into the end zone for a 69-yard touchdown. But it's all coming back.
As good as Eastmont's line has played, that was just a little bit of a grab there.
And that really sprung him right there in the middle of the line of scrimmage.
That's the key, right?
It was that cutback. That's when the hold happened.
Yep.
But if it wasn't for the cutback, there wouldn't have been that game.
Probably not, right? Yeah.
So that'll bring it back for the Wildcats with 5:12 left before halftime. So that'll bring up a first down and 20 now for the Wildcats, with the ball spotted at the 21-yard line.
The ball now at the 21-yard line. It'll be first down.
So we'll see if the Wildcats can chip away at this now with 5:12, as I mentioned, left before halftime. Rafa Perez stays in at running back directly behind Zielinski on this 1st and 20. Handoff, why not? The game breaker, Austin Zielinski, cuts back inside and then is dropped hard at the 25-yard line. Only a 4-yard gain on that play.
Our jet sweep to the wide side of the field. That's a good play. You let your athlete try to stretch that out. And again, West Valley's DB outside linebacker did their job, stretch the play. Anybody still gains 4. But you know, when you're 1st and 20, that's not a loss on defense. How about that? Yeah.
2nd and 15 for the Wildcats. Yale in motion, kind of a bobbled snap. This time Zielinski's going to put it up, and it's wild into the hands of West Valley and number 12, Keith Eldridge, as he returns that interception all the way up to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, not a good look there. He saw his receiver running up the seam, but the safety did a good job for West Valley, sitting there. Who you said it was Antonio Hernandez there,
right,
the safety. He's playing center field, doing exactly what you want to do. Deep safety, just read that ball, easy to catch, and unfortunately, a poor decision there for Mr. Zielinski.
2nd consecutive possession now, too, Brandon, that West Valley has started from their own 50-yard line. We'll see if the Rams can put something together here on offense. Still scoreless with 4:07 left in the first half. It's Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. Little sweep of their own for the Rams and do not get back. I think there was a fumble. Ball was loose. Does Eastmont recover it? They do. No gain on that play and a fumble right on the first play, and that's going to give Eastmont the ball back at the Ram 49-yard line. Tit for tat there, I guess, Brandon.
You kind of wipe off your turnover margin there. You know, one of the things that, regardless of level in football, particularly in the NFL, turnovers are the measurement of the game. So if you cancel them out really quick, it's a push for you.
Yale, the handoff, big hole right side, still on his feet, rumbling up the middle of the field all the way down to the West Valley 35-yard line, 14 yards on first down for Bodie Yale.
Went back to that kind of right side ISO play that they had been running well. West Valley went back to their kind of narrow bare front, and that's what was happening earlier in the quarter.
Ball right at the really tore up part of the field at about the 35-yard line. First down and 10 Wildcats. Nice play there. Handoff. It's Zielinski and another hold, I believe. It's going to be called on Eastmont after another nice gain of about 10 yards, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's already called holding on the Wildcats. Boy, and that's just the bugaboo of this team, the penalties.
Yep. Abe Garcia is as good as he's been all game on kicking out blockers or ends. That one he got in the back, was hold. You could see it on camera pretty clearly there. So and he knew it too. He hung his head, knew that it was on him.
So that'll take the ball back to the 45-yard line. Bring up first down and 20 for the Wildcats. 3:22 left to go, second quarter. Perez, Cortez, and Austin Zielinski in at running backs for the Wildcats. I don't think we even need to mention wide receivers, plus there aren't any out there right now. Another bobbled snap this time. I'm not sure if that was the center, Zielinski, but
yeah, it didn't look like it was. It wasn't certainly over his head. If anything, from our angle, it could have been off to his right, but it looked like it hit him in the hands.
8-yard loss on that snap, and that's going to bring second down up in forever. It should be second and 30 yards about for the Eastmont Wildcats. Second and 28 to be exact.
Got a timeout here by Coach Foster to try to come up with a game plan for this kind of. You don't script second and 28.
2:41 left to go, second quarter. It's Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. And Big 9 football on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aqua Therapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Call Coldwell Banker, Cascade Real Estate for all your real estate needs in Central Washington. 509-888-8887. And by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off is available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. What's in the playbook, Coach, for a second 28?
Just thinking about it, it's not a terrible time to call a screen, but you got to really have a defense that's attacking, and West Valley's defensive front hasn't been very aggressive upfield, so maybe they just go back to, hey, we're going to run ISO to the right again or to the left.
It's Rafa Perez, it looks like this time, hit hard at the 46-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Nice gain of about 8 for Perez. Bring up third down, and still a long way to go for the Wildcats. 3rd and 21.
Yeah, with the interception on the last series, and you're up 14-0. The clock's your friend right here. Almost at 2 minutes left in the half. You don't have to be risky. If it doesn't work out, punt. Make them run it out of their own end zone.
True. 3rd down and 21 Wildcats. Handoff Austin Zielinski right side. And he's got some room there. Is he going to rumble close back to the original line of scrimmage? I think he'll get there. So 11 yards on that carry. He'll bring up 4th down and 10. Ball at the West Valley 35-yard line.
And another timeout here.
Got a timeout. We'll take one, too. 1:42 left to go. Second quarter. Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Grant Olson, Brandon Harley back at Wildcat Stadium. Just about completed this first half of play. Minute 42 left to go in the second quarter. It's been Wildcats, all Wildcats, 14-0 in this one. And Eastmont facing a 4th down and 10 from the West Valley 35-yard line.
They're going to go for it here, which...
Well, I think they figure if they get 10 yards and don't get it, or 8 yards, they're still going to put them at about the, inside the 30.
Field being in the condition it is, you get a bad snap. That's a momentum change for West Valley.
Here we go, 4th and 10, and Zielinski's going to put it up over the middle of the field. Has a man. It was Yale, boy, in his hands and knocked out. A nice defensive play there by Antonio Barajas, and the Wildcats will turn it over on downs.
Good look there. Bodie Yale running a seam route across the face of the safeties. It was the right read. Nice little pass. But
it was a nice pass, too.
Couldn't quite pull it out.
So West Valley has it now with a minute 37 left. Ball is at their own 35-yard line. Again, the Rams put something together here offensively before halftime. This is their 6th possession, and 3 punts, turnover on downs, and a fumble so far on offense for the Rams. Burley, empty backfield, 5 receivers in this set. Back to pass, has some time. Boy, and it's tipped. Beautifully done by Eastmont that time. And Connor Schwab read it beautifully. I think the receiver was open, too, out in the flat.
That'll bring up second down. That was his 13th attempt. He's 3 for 13.
Wow.
And he only has 15 yards.
Boy, this is one of the top quarterbacks in the Big Nine, too.
Yeah, almost 1,500 yards passing. And
3rd in the Big Nine right now, with 1,432 yards and 17 touchdowns. We haven't seen much of that yet in this first half. I think he's missing his main guy out here tonight, and Ciso, a little bit.
Yeah, you can't soften up that D if they're not going to run the ball consistently. Look how wide our end here is, number 9 here, peeling off.
2nd and 10. Screen nicely set up, room to run, big gain for the Rams inside the Eastmont 40 down to the 38-yard line. 27 yards on that play for West Valley, and a nicely developed play, nicely designed play, and executed perfectly by the West Valley Rams.
Yeah, that looked sharp. That was something that West Valley needed for their own momentum, but now they're in a hurry up here.
Burley back to pass, looking right side. His arm got hit right as he threw it. Nice defensive play by Donovan Torres to get his hand on the quarterback, Burley. Another wide open receiver besides. It was Jack Goodrich, actually, that was the receiver, I believe, number 4 that time.
Donnie Torres is always, when I've watched him play in these games, he always has he just fits the mold for a good defensive end there. Tall, lengthy, aggressive. They line him up wide. Here you can see they're going to let him pin his ears back.
And only a sophomore, too, Brandon, along with Adrian Rodriguez, a sophomore as well. All right, 2nd down play. Pass left side, receiver there, has it, has the catch, and that's a 1st down. Jackson Phillips on the reception that time.
That pass complete to Jackson Phillips.
Needed 10 and got 10. That'll be a 1st down for the Rams. Time's running out a little bit, though. 59.7 seconds. 1 timeout left for the Rams here in this first half. Trips right again, 2 receivers left side. Can the Wildcats get there? Empty backfield. Here's the 1st down play, and the Wildcats do get there. They're going to mark him at the 35-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 7. And West Valley takes their final timeout. 47 seconds left to go before halftime. It's Eastmont 14, West Valley nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hey, man.
How's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
All right, 47 seconds left to go for halftime, and West Valley trying to get on the board here at Wildcat Stadium, down 14-0, facing a second down and about 17. No timeouts now for the Rams. They're going to have to be pretty efficient on offense, Brandon, with time running out. That sack didn't help their cause at all, especially having to use that last time out.
You hope to save that for some positive yards, but you had to burn it because of the sack.
Quads again, Brandon, you're right. Right side. Burley, empty backfield. Looks right now. He's going to go over the middle. Has a receiver. High pass, and it goes incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 17. Stops the clock with 43 seconds.
And cover 2 on the top, or in Eastmont, in this case, cover 4. 2 safeties high. You have that gap in the middle, and that's where they continue to try to find that that spot. He just can't quite connect, and then in Eastmont, safeties have done a good job of staying home on that.
And you know the Ram receivers have run some pretty good routes tonight.
Yep.
All right, third down and 17. 43 seconds left before halftime. Burley, shotgun. Rolls to his right. Had some running room, decides to throw it instead. Has his receiver at the 30. Rumbles down to the 25, inside the 25 to the 24. That'll be a nice 11-yard gain, but still about 6 yards short of a first down for the Rams. So this is their first half right here. Fourth down at 6.
And that's Seth Woodcock's first reception of the half, and he's one of the leading receivers.
Sure is. And now we've got another timeout, and this time it is going to be called by the Wildcats. 14.4 seconds left to go in the first half. Fourth down and 5. For West Valley. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. And by one of my favorite places in the Valley, Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. Highlander's phone number 509-884-4653. All right, as quickly moving as the first quarter was, the second quarter a little bit slower with some penalties and some turnovers. Had a fumble on each side, an interception by Eastmont. So 3 turnovers all in the second quarter.
And with a lot of incomplete passes by
and there
West
were.
Valley, that stops the clock too.
4th and 5 for the Rams. Trips left side. Burley back to pass. Has time this time. Goes right side. And the ball is high once again. And that goes incomplete. And the Rams will turn it over on downs.
Eastmont have their safety, kind of like the deep defense, prevent, 3 deep, 3 safeties deep, and Burley decided he was just going to try to force it in there anyway, and I don't think the receiver even thought it was going to be an option for him.
So what does it mean when a quarterback predominantly is throwing high? All of his passes seem to be a little bit high in this first half.
Yeah, when you talk mechanics about it, that usually means that you're heavy on your back leg and your front side's more up in the air,
right?
And that just usually tells me that you're getting chased around a lot. You're not getting your feet underneath you.
And which he was. All right, probably the final play of this half. Zielinski's just going to keep it over the left side. Had a nice gain over the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Gain of 4 on that play. And that will do it for our first half. After 2 quarters of play here at Wildcat Stadium in Eastmont High School, our score is Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. We'll have the halftime stats and more coming up in 2 minutes.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Grant Olson and Brandon Harley back with you at Eastmont High School at Wildcat Stadium, where our halftime score in this Big 9 battle is Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. And I'll tell you, Brandon, other than the first 2 possessions by Eastmont, it's been pretty much a lackluster first half offensively. We thought Eastmont, boy, they have something rolling tonight. They just went right down the field, their 2 possessions, and then a punt, a couple of turnovers, turn it over on downs, and it's just been it was kind of a slower second quarter, you might say.
Very much so. I think that the coaching staff will focus on those first 2 drives. Let's go back to what we did on those to be successful. Let's not be so sloppy in the second half.
And the 2 scoring drives we did see, Eastmont had the first possession of the night. They had the ball for 2 minutes, 34 seconds, went 5 plays, 67 yards. That was a 46-yard touchdown run by Austin Zielinski, and the extra point good, and that made it 7-0. The Wildcats held the Rams on one of their longest drives of the night, which was their first drive, and they turned it over on downs. And then Eastmont, once again, great field position, took it right down the field, 53 yards, 6 plays, took 2 minutes, 46 seconds off the clock, and that was a 12-yard run by Bodie Yale. The kick also good, 14-0. And Brandon, far as scoring goes, that was it. And that was within about the first 8 minutes of the game or so. And since then, not much. As far as West Valley goes, they've had the ball 6 times. They turned it over on downs. They punted 3 times after that, fumbled it, and then turned it over on downs again right before halftime. So if you're West Valley, how do you get this offense going a little bit?
Well, their last drive there, they did go to a little bit of a hurry up with the time, and they had some more success at that. So that might be something that they would want to look at, be a little more up tempo.
Right.
Give Eastmont's defense some, get them on their heels a little bit. But when you're, I'm looking at 19 attempts, you're 6 of 19. He did the last 6 passes, he did complete 3 of those. So, maybe that's a little momentum that they need coming into the second half. But, Eastmont's defense has been really strong, and their game plan has been solid.
Well, yeah, and if you're Coach Ryan Scott, you tell your team, we're only down by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
The way we've played, it could be a lot worse right now. So let's take this and use it to our advantage as we go out in the second half.
Sure.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Brandon will have the stats, and we'll have more as our halftime show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel. Stay with us.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find them?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
And our halftime show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel. Our halftime score is Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. And what we're seeing right now on the screen, we're thinking is sports med seniors because it was senior night. Yeah. Congratulations to all the seniors here at Eastmont High School. Once again, our score 14-0. It's been all Eastmont, at least in the first quarter. Do the stats bear that out too, Brandon?
It's, as you mentioned before the break, the stats are a little off tonight. I mean, with West Valley, Drayden Briley, one of the lead leaders, he's 6 for 19 for a total of 63 yards passing. And 3 of those completions came in the last 6 attempts in that hurry-up attack. So not much on the ground either. Jackson Phillips has 2 carries for 37 yards for West Valley. And Antonio Barajas has 21 yards on 4 carries. So for Eastmont, Peyton Zielinski is 1 for 4 for 2 yards passing, and unfortunately that interception. The 1 reception for Eastmont was Dax Dixon. Bodie Yale has 7 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. Austin Zielinski has 7 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown. That's 46-yarder coming in the very first drive, as accounts for most of those yardage. And then Rafa Perez has got 4 carries for 29 yards. So not a lot of statistics that stand out in terms of offense. And now that the rain is pretty much died off a little bit over there still, that hasn't been as much of a factor as we thought it would be either. So,
and I think the Rams are missing Devin Enciso for sure. Here he is, 83 rushes, 527 yards on the ground, and also 23 receptions, 365 yards through the air at about a 15-yard per catch clip. So, you know, you're Burley, you're missing one of your main guys. That makes it a lot tougher. It changes how you kind of approach the game too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and your offensive staff has to make an adjustment. He may not be the league's leading rusher, but he might be a guy that really does a lot of little things like blocking and making sure that the formations are set the right way, the things that you need as a coaching staff, and that might be enough to get the team off of its offensive rhythm.
5'7", 165-pound junior is Enciso, and if I remember him right from last year, he played quite a bit too and was pretty quick, one of those quick running backs. You know, they can swing pass out to him in the flat and get you some yards, so I'm sure that's where that 15-yard average came from. But boy, you don't have a guy like that, it really hurts.
Yeah, when you're already battling back 14-0 really quick in the first quarter, that also changes your game plan. You don't want to panic early in the game, but you certainly have some urgency.
Absolutely.
To try to chip away, knowing that you're playing a team that's a ball control offense, and they're going to just grind that clock out.
All right, we'll take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more at halftime. It's Wildcat Stadium, and it's all Eastmont here at halftime. It's Wildcats 14 and the West Valley Rams nothing. Back after this.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride in zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniat. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days. Because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you can rise to meet it. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,100.
More sports coming your way next week here on the NCWLIFE channel. First on Thursday night, we're talking playoff sports next week. It's a District 5 4A soccer championship. It'll either be Moses Lake or West Valley at Wenatchee. And we will have that coverage at 6 o'clock with Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen. Remember, that's Thursday, November 7th, and then Saturday, November 9th. It's kind of a maybe. It's the State 4A football play-in game. We have it marked down here at Eastmont, but we'll have to wait and see. And it won't be here if they do get a home game. It'll be at the Apple Bowl in Wenatchee. So that's still a little bit up in the air, isn't it? What's going to happen next weekend?
Yeah, I was talking to former Wenatchee head coach Scott Devereaux, who's going to be on as part of that selection committee. And you know, there's a lot of balls up in the air right now. I mean, games across the state are being played as we speak, so that'll shake things out as well.
And boy, successful season for the Wenatchee soccer team once again.
Yeah, speaking of playing right now, it's an odd Friday night game for the girls soccer team. They're playing as we speak as well in the Apple Bowl.
That is an odd game on a Friday night.
Senior night over there for the girls, and they've had a great year too.
Well, they're so good, they moved the boys game to Thursday and the soccer game to Friday.
That has nothing to do with the shortage of referees.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, that's really a problem, isn't it? Statewide, and it's in every level. Is it nationwide?
Yeah, it's a real point of emphasis everywhere. And the WIA, obviously, for a couple years has tried repeatedly to build up some numbers, but as people who attend these games know, sometimes referees can bear the brunt of some of the the comments from the crowd that are unfortunate, so that makes it even harder to find people.
Well, more than they should take the brunt of a lot of things, too. As the rain now picking up here at Eastmont High School. We had a pretty good shower to begin the game. It kind of let up, and now might be coming down better than it has yet tonight.
Yeah, as halftime broke, I mentioned that it stopped, and that was maybe the kiss of death. It's coming down hard again.
All right, both teams on the field. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, it's second half action here on the NCWLIFE channel. It's Eastmont 14 and West Valley nothing. Back after this.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by the Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building community. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. And by Les Schwab, having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop by and see him today. All right, Brandon, if you're Eastmont 14-0, what do you do to come away with the victory here? Steady as she goes?
Yeah, I think we mentioned right before you take your team into the half and you say, those first 2 drives, look at the success we had. We key on that. We do the things that we do, and we continue to stretch that score out a little bit, play our game. Right? You know, it's the cliche. It's halftime starts over. It's 0-0 going into the second half.
Right.
And for Eastmont, I mean, 0-0 would be a good goal, right? We're going to go score two touchdowns on 2 drives. We'll be up 28-0 like that. So, yeah, I think you just do what you're doing and eliminate those mistakes that put them into 3rd and long and what
and
was
penalties.
2nd and 40. Yeah,
Right.
So they did have some holds there. So you got to clean some things up. That, you know, that's kind of been the bugaboo of Eastmont, you know, for the last couple of years that we watched.
It really has.
You get that big 60-something yard touchdown run brought back because you got a holding. And
if you think about that, it could be 21-0 right now, easily with that. Julian Cortez had a 69-yard run that was called back. And if you're West Valley, we talked about the fact you feel fortunate you're only down 14-0. Right. But what do you do to get this offense going? Do you get the running game going a little bit more?
You got to be able to run the ball a little bit otherwise Eastmont's just going to continue to play with more defensive backs and
rush 3.
Yeah, and they've had success in doing so. As we've mentioned, number 9 there, Donnie Torres, lining up wide against that big right tackle, and they just let him go, and that gets that quarterback, Drayden Burley out of his rhythm. As you said, a lot of his throws have been a little bit high, and you just don't get a chance to set your feet and throw the way you want when you're not comfortable.
Homero Carrion will kick off for the Wildcats. He is a senior, 5'11", 175-yarder. And the teams are on the wrong side of the field, Brandon. I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
I have. It happens.
So they turn the players around.
It's high school football.
It is high school football. Once again, 14-0 as we get set to start this third quarter of play. Great to have you along tonight on this rainy, cool night in the Wenatchee Valley. But that's not affecting the folks watching us right now.
Yeah, I hope there's a lot of people watching. I thought about that on the way over.
Right.
The more this rains, the more people are going to be watching.
All right, Carrion set to kick off for the Wildcats, up 14-0. Back deep for West Valley, I believe it's Seth Woodcock, one of the players. Dangerous kick returner and wide receiver. It's going to the other back in the backfield, and a fake handoff to Woodcock, and a keeper, and a big gain for West Valley right off the bat on this kickoff. And a nice run back, too. And that was number 12, Keith Eldridge. Will give West Valley some nice field position to start this second half.
Fake reverse there, look, and they had given the ball to Woodcock the first time they had ran that. This time they kept it, and Eastmont lost containment there.
So West Valley will begin this drive from their own 39-yard line, just underway, third quarter. I think we'll see quite a bit more of Barajas in this second half.
Yeah,
he's
got to
been the man.
Yeah.
And Ciso out of the lineup tonight, one of their best players. And that's kind of always a mystery why, isn't it?
Could be injury, could be grades,
right?
Could be anything.
Handoff up the middle. It's Barajas. Powers his way across the 40 to the 42-yard line, a gain of about 3 yards.
As you mentioned there, you want to feed him the ball a little bit, get that rhythm.
Bring up a second down and 7 for the Rams. Looking to the sideline for the play. The 4 receivers on the right side don't even go in the huddle, Brandon.
No. Yeah. We know what plays coming.
Just throw us the ball.
Yeah.
Burley, empty backfield. 5 receivers once again in this offensive set. On this second down and 7, Burley over the middle. Has a receiver, hits him right in the chest. It was Barajas out of the backfield, and that goes incomplete. That one, not Burley's fault.
No, again, that's a great read. They run that quads look, and again, the receivers, when they come off that line, they do some switching, and that one receiver gets right in the middle of those 2 safeties, and that's been open a lot.
Boy, it really has.
And they just haven't been able to take advantage of that.
West Valley, you think about it, could really be moving the ball here tonight if they'd hold on to it a little bit. Third down and 7 now for the Rams at their own 43. Delay handoff. It's Barajas, right side, and he will get the first down. I believe they're going to give him the 49-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down.
They're waving the chains down, so we got it. Yeah, nice call there on a draw.
7 yards on that carry for Barajas. So we are seeing him a little bit more now in this third quarter. He kind of came to life a little bit towards halftime.
Yeah, did end up having 4 carries in the first half. Now he's got 2. He's on pace to double it in the next first drive.
1st and 10 Rams at midfield. Burley back to pass, looking down the right sideline. The receiver says he was pushed out of bounds. No flag, and it's incomplete.
A little out and up route for West Valley. The inside receiver runs a 5-yard out, tries to get the defensive back to go with him, and he turns, goes vertical, and I think he ran into the corner, which is why he's upset over there, saying he got pushed out of bounds.
Stops the clock. 2nd down and 10. 10:29 left to go. Lots of time left in this game. That's in the third quarter. West Valley putting together a decent little drive here to begin this third quarter. 2nd and 10. Barajas stays in at running back. Burley at shotgun. Eastmont looks like they're bringing the house. Nice blocking right side, Barajas, and then he's collared at the 45-yard line. Gain of 5 yards on that play, and another stop by Connor Schwab. He's had a pretty good game so far tonight.
Right, Eastmont's defense is really standing out. They were showing blitz there, and obviously the blitzing defender had to slam on the brakes, and as he was backing away, they snapped the ball there, and West Valley was able to catch him backpedal a little bit in a counter play that got him 5 yards.
Barajas, though, like you said earlier, Brandon, he gets such a head of steam, it's almost like he gets clotheslined.
Yeah, he did, certainly there.
There.
So here's his quads look again. Look to see a switch route here with the receiver up the middle. Nope.
Empty backfield, pump fake. Boy, lots of time. Flag comes down now late. Pass is behind the intended receiver in the middle of the field.
I think you're going to get a pass interference here, a hold.
Flag is on the far side of the field by the West Valley bench, and it is holding on Eastmont.
Sometimes when receivers run those double moves, that as soon as they fake a pump and go or an out and up, the defensive back wants to grab and slow that guy down. And you do it right in front of that side judge right there, he'll catch you.
So did West Valley see something at halftime maybe that they liked in that defensive backfield? Of course, there have been open receivers in the first half as well.
Right, yeah, it just hasn't been a very sharp effort. You know, they've had their openings.
And the protection has been a little better on this possession this second half.
You get a break and you get your wind. And
1st and 10 from the 35. Pitch left side. Flag comes down, usually where there's holding. And that was Jack Goodrich from his wide receiver position. Nothing on that play. And it's a hold on West Valley.
Sure, Eastmont defense, those guys are used to watching that fly sweep in practice when they have to go against the Eastmont O. So you saw number 11 there, Jackson Kenyon, come downhill and end up not making a solid tackle, but wrapping him up and got him out of bounds without much of a gain. So
after dueling holding penalties, 1st down and 20 for the Rams at the Eastmont 45-yard line. 2 receivers each side. It's Barajas. Nice blocking right side. Big hole for Barajas down to the 30-yard line. And about 15 on that carry.
Eastmont's Logan Schmutzler with the tackle.
Offensive line for West Valley firing off the ball a little bit better here in this third quarter,
too. Thing, yeah. When you're so used to at 19 attempts in the first half passing, those every old lineman will tell you, man, let me lean on somebody. I'm getting tired of backpedal and kick step, and I want to drive block. I want to push on somebody.
But this running now could open things up in the passing game for West Valley.
And that's the key. You can soften them up a little bit here.
2nd down and 5 for West Valley. Eastmont jumps. And that'll give West Valley a 1st down at the 25-yard line. Once again, a penalty hurts the Wildcats. Don't give them a 1st down on a penalty, right? Make them earn that.
So frustrating.
Yeah. So West Valley, the deepest penetration I think we've seen tonight in Eastmont territory at the Wildcat 25-yard line. 1st down and 10. Good possession for West Valley. Clock at 8:19 left 3rd quarter. Burley, handoff. It's Barajas. Just gets to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on that carry.
Eastmont's defensive front did a good job there of stemming movement, but right before pre-snap, which creates confusion on the offensive line. And then the backers filled the gaps that the linemen vacated.
Outside linebacker Manring with the stop there. That'll bring up 2nd down and a long 9 now for West Valley. Boy, you look out there, some of these receivers are just so tall for West Valley, too, aren't they? We talked about that in the pregame.
Motion to quads in the wide side here.
Burley back to pass. Time again goes left side, and just the man we're talking about, and there's interference. It was Jackson Phillips, the intended receiver, 6'1" receiver. That'll be interference on the Wildcats.
Pretty easy call for our side judge there, Mr. Lyons. And not much argument from the crowd either. I think everybody here can see that. You know, everybody talks about how difficult it is to play quarterback, but, you know, if I had to pick a position, I would never want to play cornerback because you make any mistakes out there, everybody sees it, and it is a really tough, especially when you're in the Eastmont's defense where a lot of times the field side corner is locked up one-on-one man coverage. You don't have any room for error in the passing game.
So that's going to give West Valley the ball at the 12-yard line. First down and 10. The Rams can get a first down at around the 2-yard line. Burley in shotgun. Handoff, Barajas, left side. Gets a couple, fights to about the 11-yard line. And a gain of about 1 on that carry.
Rodriguez for the Wildcats. Antonio Barajas carrying the ball for the Rams.
On the defensive end, Adrian Rodriguez on the stop. One of the players there for Eastmont. Both defensive ends, we mentioned it earlier, sophomores for Eastmont.
Ruben Schmutzler there playing outside linebacker number 8. He's a junior. So Eastmont has some depth there coming back next year as well on D. Mr. Kalunga in there in the middle is going to graduate, but
he's been playing since he's about a sophomore, hasn't he?
Feels like he's been around for a few years, more than that.
Burley on this second down and 9, looking left side once again for Phillips, and out of bounds and incomplete. A lot of contact once again right at the goal line.
Yeah, I don't think it was catchable, so that might have been the saving grace for the corner there.
Jones on the coverage for the Wildcats.
Stops the clock with 6:33 left in the third and brings up third down and 9 for the Rams.
Incomplete. Ball remains at the 12-yard line. Third down.
I know it's early here, still 6.5 minutes in the third. This is a big possession for West Valley to get some points, isn't it?
Yeah, you get that kickoff in the second half, and you want to get some points. And obviously, if you settle for a field goal, that's one thing. But gosh, you really want to cap your drive off here that you've worked really hard on. You can get a first down without scoring.
Be about the 2-yard line for a first down. Burley back to pass, under pressure again. Might have been a hold, and there was. There's Kalunga after Burley. It's not going to matter. As Burley then gets hammered out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
That's the worst part of a play like that. You try to make something out of nothing, and then the cherry on top is you get drilled, and then you find out the play is coming back because you had a pretty significant hold in the backfield.
I think that was Connor Schwab again laying the wood on Burley on that far sideline. 2 flags, a face mask as well.
Sophomore Donnie Torres coming off the end there. Edge rusher getting just corralled by the West Valley line, and that was an easy call on the hold there.
Well, that's the thing about Rodriguez and Torres on those defensive ends. They both can move.
Right, yeah, they're very athletic.
You want a lanky defensive end, don't you?
Yeah, well, in Eastmont's very traditional 4-3 look, you know, you want that one defensive end is kind of your, the Lawrence Taylor kind of prototype, the tall, lengthy speed rusher, and that's what he looks like. You know, he's just an athletic kid.
3rd and 19 now for the Rams. Swing pass out on the flat to Barajas. Shakes the first tackler. Does a nice job to get close to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he'll be marked at the 14-yard line, so gain of 7 on that play.
Pass completed. That's Antonio Barajas for the Rams.
Might have got more. West Valley's receiver on the edge who was supposed to block slipped when he planted to try to block the defensive back there. Field still. Rain's slowed down a little bit, but it's still coming down.
Longest drive of the night for West Valley. This will be their 11th play of this drive, taking up a big chunk of this third quarter as well. Going to attempt a field goal now on 4th down and 11. This will be a 31-yard attempt. Chase Massey on to kick, and we've got a flag.
They ran out of time here.
And that'll turn it into a 36-yard field goal if they still want to attempt that.
They did that on purpose, it looks like there. It looks like the coach is going to send the O back out.
So instead of attempting a 31-yard field goal, you take the 5 yards and make it 4th and 16 and send your offense back out.
Oh, and then you got a...
Ooh, that's on the sideline of West Valley right there. And it is.
No, that's a sideline.
4th down and 16, West Valley.
I'm not sure exactly.
I'm not sure what that was either. back they go. Any way you look at it, this is going to make a long first down.
West Valley didn't call timeout, and the team was on the field. Their coaches were on the field, so he gave them a sideline infraction.
4th down, and West Valley needs to get it all the way down to the 2-yard line. So 4th and about 22 to 23 yards to go for West Valley. Burley back to pass, under pressure, and he is going to get grabbed. And I think there was a hold, still some extracurricular going on. Once again, Adrian Rodriguez back there, but the tackle was made by Donnie Torres. Now what do we have here?
The hold was automatically declined by the referee there, knowing that Eastmont would receive the ball and the change of possession.
So
but there is another flag in the back, so let's see. Holding on.
Offsetting. Holding on each team. That's going to give West Valley another shot at it, if nothing else here. 4th down still and 20 to go. Well, make it, 21 yards. Twelfth play of this drive, or make that 11th play of this drive for West Valley. By far their best drive so far tonight. Burley, empty backfield, has time, goes right side, double covered in the end zone, no flags down, it goes incomplete, and finally, West Valley does turn it over on downs, and Eastmont will have the football at about their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, give credit to Eastmont's defense there. West Valley had a good drive to start the second half, but Eastmont's defense adjusted and held tight there at the end, forcing a throw.
West Valley had that ball almost 8 minutes of that third quarter, 4:15 left to go, and came up with nothing. And now Eastmont has their first possession at their own 24-yard line to begin this second half. Boy, begin it with 4 minutes left. Here's the handoff up the middle. Bodie Yale, a big hole. Right side, 40-yard line. Midfield, 50. 40 of the Rams. 30. Down the sideline. 10. 5. And I think he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Austin Zielinski is the most impressive part of that play. If you watch him here, running interference for his wingman there, put the gas down and tried to get him in, got in front of the only defender the West Valley had. You can see here on the replay as he breaks free.
Then follows him all the way down the field. Here we go. There you see him, 27, leading the way.
And he gets right in front. See, he throws his hands up, doesn't block from behind.
What a heads-up player for a freshman.
As a freshman. That's just super impressive. How many yards was that, Grant?
70 yards for Bodie Yale on that carry. 1st and goal now for Eastmont from the Ram 5-yard line. Rafa Perez. And we had some movement. I think it was Austin Zielinski. He tried to catch his balance and then fell forward, and that's a false start. So that'll make it 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Boy, would Eastmont love to turn this into a score here late in this third quarter.
Yeah, and you were talking about West Valley coming out of the half. What do? And you do exactly what they did and then turn around and lose that 8-minute drive, getting nothing, and then momentum shift like this is just a killer for them.
1st and goal, Wildcats from the Ram 10-yard line. Zielinski handoff. Rafa Perez cuts back up the middle of the field. Nice run down to the 3-yard line. Gain of 7 for Perez.
Eastmont's Rafa Perez for the ball for the Wildcats.
So 2nd down and goal, about 3 yards to go for the Wildcats. Clock moving, 3:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Perez stays in there with Zielinski in the backfield. Handoff is Perez up the middle, doesn't get touched. Touchdown, Eastmont. Boy, you know, Brandon, with the way that Eastmont defense has been playing, this touchdown really makes it difficult for the Rams.
Just a backbreaker for the momentum.
Really is.
Any momentum they made.
Jose Valencia on for the point after. Dax Dixon once again the holder. Cole's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:23 left to go third quarter. It's Eastmont 21 and West Valley nothing. Back to the field in 60 seconds.
At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
All right, Homero carry on to kickoff for the Wildcats. After that touchdown, Seth Woodcock, Antonio Barajas back to receive. It's Barajas on the handoff, right side. Boy, that's working nicely for West Valley here in the second half as Barajas crosses the 35, and he'll give West Valley some pretty good field position at their own 36.
Yeah, West Valley's kickoff return has taken this edge. All three of their returns have been decent. Something to clean up for Eastmont there on their special teams.
All right. I hate to say imperative that West Valley score on this possession, but boy, is this one important for the Rams. After an 11-play drive, ended in nothing on their last possession. Boy, would they like to get some points here. Trips left this time for the Rams. Burley shotgun, handoff Barajas. Nothing that time, maybe a yard as he falls forward.
Eastmont doing a good job of reading their gaps on deep. Run fits are really solid right now.
Schmutzler, there's your guy, right? Schmutzler. I say that every time, Schmutzler.
I was talking to his dad. His dad's a vice principal over here at Eastmont. I've known him for a long time.
Just an outstanding linebacker. Second down, and let's just call it 10 still. Barely a gain on that first down play. This time Barajas in motion as he adds another player to the trips left of Burley. Burley back to pass, short three-step drop, and he is under pressure again, and a host of Wildcats in on that play once again, and that'll be a loss of about 4 on that sack. And one of the first guys there, Tyson Gonzalez, also a really good young player, a junior for the Wildcats. He'll be back next year.
Logan Schmusser.
I think he was our player of the game the last time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I think he had 3 sacks and about 6 pressures in that game. Third and long now for the Rams. Third down and 14. Ball spotted at their own 31-yard line. Minute 50 left to go third quarter.
Eastmont going to more of a nickel anytime that it's long yardage. Getting that fifth defensive back in, more like a hybrid linebacker.
Right. Empty backfield again. Burley plenty of time to throw. He's flushed out and rolling right. Still rolling. Pass is caught. Boy, at the 47-yard line, finally taken down at the 43.
Jack Goodrich there with a catch. Eastmont defense doing a great job of collapsing that pocket, making Burley run for his life.
26 yards on that completion, and a nice play by the quarterback, Burley. That was one of those roll to your right, throw back to the middle of the field,
Very
which
dangerous,
you're really not supposed to do.
Into coverage, too.
Right. But at this stage, you got to give it a shot, right?
You have to be aggressive.
You do. First and 10 now, Rams into Eastmont territory. Here's Barajas. Room right side. Past the first down marker to the 30-yard line, and 13 on that carry for Barajas. Having a pretty good second half.
Yeah, Eastmont stayed in their nickel look there with an extra defensive back, which of course means that there's one less defensive lineman, which allowed Barajas there to find that gap.
Would you think West Valley would be more in a tempo right now, a little more of a hurry up than they are?
Yeah, one thing you do have to take into account when you look over there at West Valley sideline, there's not a lot of bodies.
They're going both ways.
So you might have some issues with running out of gas.
1st and 10, ball at the Eastmont 30-yard line. Burley back to pass, wings it over the middle of the field. Nobody home there, and that goes incomplete. You know, Eric and I were talking about this, Brandon. We have seen the biggest rosters in all the Big Nine are Wenatchee and Eastmont.
Oh, really?
That we have seen the amount of players on each team.
Yeah,
I think it's been glaring every time we've done a game this year.
It is not uncommon for. I stopped coaching in 2019, and the trend was downward nationwide as well. But you have the big schools like Chiawana and Richland, who's they continue to have big numbers of football players, but football's a sport that's seeing a decline in interest.
An encroachment penalty will be called on Eastmont, and that's Adrian Rodriguez on a 2nd and 10. That'll make it a 2nd and 5 for West Valley as we are winding down this third quarter. 25.9 seconds left to go. And Eastmont leading it 21-0. Burley shotgun, Barajas with him. Handoff is Barajas. Boy, he gets past that line of scrimmage and doesn't even get touched. Another first down for West Valley, down to about the 17-yard line.
Barajas' ninth carry in the second half alone. And
we talked about maybe they would run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, you brought that up, and it's Eastmont's defense has remained heavily on a 5th defensive back, and we'll give up 7 yards a carry, as long as we're not getting beat over the top by your passing game.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 here at Wildcat Stadium, it's Eastmont 21 and West Valley nothing. Fourth quarter coming your way in 60 seconds.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
All right, 3 quarters in the books here at Wildcat Stadium, and it's been all Eastmont, 21-0. But West Valley is threatening now. First down and 10 at the Eastmont 18-yard line. Quads left this time of the quarterback. He throws it out to Barajas, left side. Nice gain again. Across the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards.
Pretty simple play there. Quads look and throw the bubble screen to your inside receiver. Let those other 3 guys block for you. It's a 5-yard gain to start your series.
And that's kind of what a good running game does for you, right? Now Eastmont's defense doesn't know really what they're going to do, or before they were leaning on the pass, as you mentioned. Now they got to defend both.
Much more multiple, but they are playing with a 3-touchdown lead, so that gives them some flexibility too.
2nd and 3 now from the 12. Burley back to pass into the end zone. Some contact in the end zone. I'm not sure that was catchable.
Yeah, it was out on the long jump pit there, and Otherwise, it might have been a little bit closer.
Because there was some contact there in the end zone, but once again, Burley into double coverage. He's got confidence, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's still not able to get really set in his passing attempts. So those are those things you see when you watch the film afterwards. Your feet aren't where they want to be. You want them to be, and the consistency goes with that.
3rd down and 3 now from the 12. For the Rams, 2 receivers each side of Burley this time. Now a motion man, it's Barajas, a handoff left side, has an opening, and boy, he rides the defense all the way down past the 5. Great run for Barajas as he fights his way, I think, to about the 3-yard line.
Number 3, Evan Mathena there, jumped on him at the 3, and then a host of other Wildcats there rallied around him.
Another nice drive put together here by West Valley. This will be the 10th play of this drive, following a 12-play drive on their first possession in this second half. That first possession was so long, this is only the second time they've had the ball, and we're at 10:45 in the fourth quarter. Burley, handoff again. Baraja hit hard at the 5-yard line. I think he fell back to the line of scrimmage. So not much on that carry, and that'll bring up 2nd down now.
Not much there for him to...
Got the loss of a yard, ball
right
back to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal for the West Valley Rams, down 21-0 in this one. Once again, 2 receivers each side of Burley with Barajas in the backfield. Eastmont bringing some pressure into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. 4-yard pass for the Rams. Seth Woodcock on the reception.
2 receivers set down here on the wide side of the field. Both ran slants. The outside receiver always is a good target on that. Inside receiver runs a slant and it clears out the gaps, and the linebacker's got to go with him. And it's as you saw, the ball was thrown a little behind, and Woodcock made a good job.
He did make a nice catch. Chase Massey on for the Rams for the point after try in this 21-6 game. High snap, hold, and it's blocked at the line of scrimmage, and that will be no good. 9:58 left to go, fourth quarter. The Rams are on the board. It's Eastmont 21 and West Valley 6. Back in 60 seconds.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
All right, we are back. West Valley's scoring drive, 11 plays, 64 yards, took 5 minutes, 15 seconds off the clock. A Burley to Woodcock touchdown pass. Extra point was blocked, and that's where we stand. It's Eastmont 21 and West Valley 6. And an onside kick attempted by West Valley, and it's recovered. You wouldn't have had to do that, but it is recovered by Britton at about the 47-yard line, and that will give Eastmont excellent field position.
Not a good attempt there.
I like the idea, just not the attempt.
Yeah, it was. You watched his wind up to the kick, and you could tell that it was going to be something different, but barely came off. It barely made 5 yards.
So Eastmont, a golden opportunity to get some more points on the board here. The ball's at the West Valley 47-yard line with a 21-7 lead. Zielinski's going to throw it out to the sideline. Pass is caught. And that's Dak Dixon on the reception. A nice gain of about 7 yards on that pitch and catch.
Not what you expected, but it's a safe throw, first down, a little 5-yard out. Gives some confidence to the quarterback and gets that West Valley D back a little bit.
It does. Second down and 3, a long 3 for the Wildcats. Zielinski in motion. He gets the handoff right side. He has Dixon out in front of him to block. He gets the block from Dixon. That allows him to get another about 8 yards. Down to the 22-yard line and about 17 on that play for the Wildcats. Great block by Dixon.
Yep, good pin and pull there. Again, you block with the tight end. You get 2 linemen and a wing back leading the way. And as you said, Dixon had a great seal that popped Zielinski for that extra burst.
That's good for another.
So that'll be a first down for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from the Ram 23-yard line. Rafa Perez to the right side of Zielinski. Handoff goes to Perez, left side, tries to cut it outside, can't quite get there, but does manage the 18-yard line, gain of 3. Well, it looked like Perez could have almost broke that a little bit, doesn't it? He had that feel to it.
Such a quick hitter there. I think Eastmont's spot sub some offensive linemen in here. A few guys that looked a little different to me than what had been in there before, but
6, Wildcat.
Second down and 6.
Maybe not.
Ball at the 20-yard line. Here comes Julian Cortez left side, slips. That's kind of the first slip we've seen, isn't it, tonight? Kind of surprising with this field the way it is. A little bit of rain still falling. Gain of about 2 on the play. That'll bring third down and 4 for the Wildcats. The ball is at the Rams' 17-yard line. I would think certainly 4-down territory here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and especially with the weather the way that it is, you're not going to lean on a field goal kick at this point of the game.
Take some more time off the clock.
Right, yeah.
As we are now approaching 8 minutes left to go in this one. Handoff, or no, it wasn't a handoff, just a run to the right side. That was kind of a Wildcat. Brody Yale there taking that direct snap.
Yep. Fortunately, was down and the ball popped loose. Side judge quickly calling that down by contact.
So no gain on that play. And that'll bring up now 4th down and about 4 for Eastmont. Clock still moving.
I don't know. What do you think? Zielinski on the sweep here?
I like that call a lot.
He's lined up on the right side, and the sweep usually goes to the wide side of the field. So
he's got Cortez over there. 4th down and 4. And now you called it, Brandon. And look at this. There's Austin Zielinski, 10-5, lowers the shoulder. It's bumped out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. And just like that, 14 yards for Zielinski on 4th down. Exact call you said.
Well, when you're averaging 12 yards a touch coming into this game, and you're 4th and 4 on a play that's been 14, 17, 11, 46, big play kid.
I've told Eric this before. He reminds me a little bit of the great Wenatchee Panther running back Nathan Blauman.
Oh, okay.
Got the power, kind of that straight up running a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. He reminds me a lot of Nathan.
There's Bodie Yale on the direct snap, kind of Wildcat. Just plow ahead, follow your lineman.
3-yard touchdown, and it's Yale on the carry, which is his 2nd touchdown run of the ball game, and Eastmont now leads it 27-6. Kind of the nail in the proverbial coffin, I think, here, Brandon. If they can make this 28-6, that's going to be an uphill battle for West Valley, but Valencia. And the kick is blocked. Barajas comes flying in there and blocks that extra point. So our score will remain Eastmont 27 and West Valley 6. We're back again in 60 seconds.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
All right, carry on. Set to kick off for the Wildcats. It's Woodcock and Barajas deep. Woodcock gets it, loses the handle on it, fakes the handoff to Barajas, stays left side. Going to get a few yards out of it as he crosses the 25 and pushed out, I think, at around the 27-yard line. Eastmont scoring drive, 7 plays, 53 yards. Took off 3 minutes of the clock. A 3-yard Bodie Yale touchdown run. Point after try was blocked, and that's where we sit right now. Eastmont 27 and West Valley 6.
Well, West Valley's not going to be in a position to be able to take their time now, so Eastmont's going to have their 5 defensive backs, and West Valley's going to have to throw the ball.
Right.
Be conservative about it, instead of taking home run shots, let's get some 5-yard outs, get out of bounds. Little swing passes, maybe.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. Barajas in the backfield. Handoff goes to Barajas, and boy, he has had some holes in this second half. Nice run again up the middle of the field, all the way up to the 47-yard line, 20 yards on that first down carry for Barajas.
Yeah, when you open up your front like that with more defensive backs, it's a numbers game. And might be calling it at the line.
And he's not getting touched for about 5 yards, it seems like. But you're right, they are playing back somewhat.
And Eastmont's happy. I don't think they want to give up 20 yards, but they're happy to let the running game. Let's just take the clock all the way down. If you guys are going to run, we'll let you run.
Burley going to put it up this time, has a receiver, middle of the field, breaks a tackle, and now has nothing but open field, and he's going to go 47 yards for the touchdown, Seth Woodcock. Boom, just like that. And the first pass and catch that we've seen that's really paid off for the Rams here in this game. And it comes with 6:07 left in the fourth quarter.
I think that was actually 53, right?
Was
it was on the other side of the – you was from the 47, their own. So.
Oh, yeah, 53.
Yeah, we were on the other side of the 50 there. So, yeah, just that quick slant read right there, a little gap in the middle with the zone that Eastmont's been playing there, and got a good block for one of his other – receivers on a defensive back and broke him free.
Second touchdown now from Burley to Woodcock here in this second half. Chase Massey on for another extra point try. Last one was blocked by the Wildcats. We'll see if it's kind of a high snap on that last attempt. Better snap this time. Good hold. The block, kick blocked again, I believe. But you said it, Brandon, the snap gets back there so slowly, even on punts too, that it gives the guys time to penetrate and make that play.
Long snappers is such a – if you don't have a long snapper on your team, in high school in particular, coaches are sharks, man. If there's blood in the water, that's where we attack. And over the years, seeing, just if you don't have that on your team, it is an instant key read. We can take it. We can get that any game.
Big Nine football brought to you by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. It's also brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local. Serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Also, Tacos Chava. You love Tacos Chava in East Wenatchee? Let them cater your next event for the holidays. Find them on Facebook by searching Tacos Chava in East Wenatchee.
Now I think you're going to see, there's no surprises here, right? It's going to be a bunt of some kind here for the
right.
That hopefully, well, if you're West Valley, hopefully it goes more than 5 yards. But if it's Eastmont, you'll take that little short there.
By the way, 2 plays, 73 yards on that scoring drive for West Valley. 27-12 our score. There's the kick, and it's Austin Zielinski on the return. Right up the middle of the field, had a head of steam, runs into a wall, but still goes to the 33-yard line.
Maybe after that last attempt, they decided, we'll just kick it off.
Right, that was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Because that's when you would have expected it right there.
Yeah, and, Eastmont was able to obviously score very quickly after that.
Well, nothing more than the Wildcats would like right now than a 6-minute drive. That's what's left in this fourth quarter. Eastmont a 27-12 lead. Hoping to sock this one away here late in the fourth quarter. Zielinski, handoff left side. Nice gain across the 40. Leg still going. It's Britton down to the 40. Where are we at? 42-yard line. Almost a first down. Gain of 9 yards on that carry for Britton.
Quick hitter ISO over the left side there for a good gain. Eastmont O-line, they're still very aggressive. Saw a couple of pancake blocks to finish off the run. You get a pull here from the right guard.
Second and short. Handoff. Boy, the Rams had Britton in the backfield, but I think he gets away and gets enough for a first down there. Got about a yard.
Once again, Eastmont.
And as I mentioned, I think the Rams had him in the backfield. It was Braden Edris, the defensive lineman, that had a hold of him. But first down to Wildcats, and more importantly for Eastmont, keeps that clock moving.
And that's good for another Eastmont first down.
Looks like a player a little bit shaken up. Number 45 out there for West Valley, kind of shaking things off a little bit. Keep your eye on him on this first down and 10. Handoff. Austin Zielinski, left side. Looked for a block. Didn't really get it that time, and maybe a late hit.
Face mask.
No, it was a face mask. Right in front of the Eastmont bench at about the 45-yard line.
And right in front of the side judge, too. That's, you run your fly sweep there to the short side sometimes to catch the team off balance the way they align on defense. And when he's hitting that corner as fast as he has, and you reach out there and sometimes you grab on what you can, and that ends up being a face mask.
That'll move the ball into Ram territory. Well, actually, it'll be right at the 50-yard line. First down and 5. 4:46 left to go in this game. Eastmont a 27-12 lead. With a first down and 5 here from midfield. Zielinski, nice handoff. Julian Cortez, and he's got room up the middle. Can he get to the outside? Still on his feet, middle of the field, gets a block, still on his feet, down to the 20-yard line. How about that 30-yard run from Julian Cortez?
Just a great effort there. A little quick reverse off the snap that led to just an outrageous effort there by Julian Cortez. Fighting and spinning and put his hand on the ground. All those drills that running backs do in practice. Sometimes you just feel like, when am I ever going to do that? He did them all right there.
Absolutely. And remember, he had a 66-yard run, I think, called back in the first half.
That's right.
First and 10 Wildcats right at the 20-yard line. Austin Zielinski got Dax Dixon in front of him once again. He follows Dixon and that block and gets down, I think, to another first down to the 10-yard line.
Julian Cortez, the guy who just had a great effort on the run, was the one who sealed the edge on that lead. Just a great effort there. Kept his feet moving and blocked the end for Zielinski to break another one.
And you said it, Brandon.
Yards there.
It's not just the linemen, it's the specialty players that can really block for these Wildcats, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, when you run an offense like this, everybody's job has to, you have to block.
Right.
Or you're not going to get the ball. They spread it out.
First and goal, Eastmont at the 10-yard line. Handoff left side, it's Zielinski again, plenty of room, 5, does he get in?
Just down to the 1.
It's going to be close down to the 1-yard line. 9 yards on that carry again for Zielinski. Is he getting close to 100 now?
Yeah, pretty close. So, you know, he had 46 on that one carry in the first half. So, yeah, I've got him close to 100.
Yeah.
From the 1.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about him a lot over the next 3 years, aren't we, in the Big 9? No doubt about that. All right, Eastmont setting up now.
He's at about 120 unofficially.
Second and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Trying to do a direct snap there to Julian Cortez.
Say, what's going on there? Okay.
It didn't look like he, it was. I don't know what happened either.
Clock stopped at 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Both teams full slate of timeouts here. Here's that Wildcat again, with Bodie Yale in the backfield, and another flag comes down, and we've got a false start again on the Wildcats.
Yeah, you start out first and goal from the 1-yard line, and now you're second and goal from, we're going to be out to the
Going the wrong way to the 11-yard line.
11-yard line. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Once again, penalties for the Wildcats. Seems to hold them back every time, even with the lead.
These last two are mental ones too, right? Just missed snaps and false starts.
Peyton Zielinski, the quarterback, in motion. The handoff from Yale goes to Julian Cortez, and not much there. Maybe to the 9-yard line, gain of 2 on that play. But more importantly, I guess, for the Wildcats, the clock continuing to run. West Valley not too interested in stopping it at this point either.
Leading the tackling for the Rams, Braden Edrick.
That'll be 3rd and goal now from about the 9-yard line for Eastmont.
It'll be 3rd and goal, Eastmont.
Zielinski back in there. It is regular spot anyway. Bodie Yale stays in the backfield. Zielinski's going to pass wide open to Austin Zielinski, and that is a, 11-yard touchdown pass. Who'd have thought a touchdown pass from the Wildcats here tonight, but they pull it off, and Zielinski to Zielinski, and it's now 33-12.
Yeah, that's the trap of a wing T team, especially when you've run it so many times. You just kind of get lulled into this sense of it's going to be a run, it's going to be a run, and then there you go. You see what happens. Only his 6th attempt tonight.
I think they've even threw 8 times last week at Walla Walla and 6 times tonight. Eastmont getting an extra man out there. 10 seconds on the play clock. Valencia on for the point after try. His last attempt blocked. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it's good. 2:22 left to go, 4th quarter. It's Eastmont 34 and West Valley 12. We're back in 60 seconds.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Eastmont with the kickoff. It goes to West Valley, and I believe it's Woodcock on the receiving end. Gets past the 25 to about the 27-yard line. And that's where the Rams will take over. 7 plays, 67 yards on that Wildcat scoring drive. Zielinski to Zielinski for 11 yards. Extra point good, and that makes our score 34-12 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. All 3 possessions this half touchdowns for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and they haven't, well, they've been very efficient. How about that, right? We were talking about how they really haven't had the ball that much, and West Valley came out of the gate in the second half. Game plan, went back to running the ball, and it shortened the game up, but they haven't had the luck to finish it off.
4th possession of this second half for the Rams. The ball is at their own 25-yard line. Handoff, Barajas gets across the 30. Actually, the 27 is where it started off. Gain of about 3 on that play. Both teams 6 possessions apiece in the first half. Eastmont's only had 3 possessions the second half, and this is the 4th for West Valley.
Right.
But West Valley had that 8-minute drive to begin the second half, which really took the possession time down. Clock moving, minute 46. Nobody calling timeout here. 34-12 our score. Burley handoff. Barajas again. Host of Wildcats again on that play. Ball just shy of the 35-yard line, gain of 3.
West Valley seems pretty content to
let it go.
Yeah.
Minute 16 now left.
3, West Valley.
3rd and 4, ball just shy of the 35-yard line. Burley, empty backfield, 4 receivers out there, movement prior to the snap. Didn't see the official call, but timeout has been called as well by West Valley finally. 56.5 seconds left. We'll take one too. It's Eastmont 34, West Valley 12. We're back here in 30 seconds.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find out?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect both youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. And by Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 for the Rams. Nice fake up the middle to Barajas, and the pass is complete to Seth Woodcock. And that'll be a first down at the 49-yard line. Gain of about 16 on that play. That was a nicely designed play, a little fake there, and then pass down the sideline.
Looked very comfortable. He had a little play fake there after the fake toss on the sweep.
Clock moving, approaching 30 seconds left to go. Barajas, all kinds of open field, rumbles his way to the 35, and that's a 16-yard gain on that play. He's had a second half.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's had 15 carries in the second half alone.
And another timeout now called by West Valley. Interesting, they're calling him now with a minute left when they had the ball with, Yeah, I guess when you get that to this point and you have a couple timeouts to burn, you want to finish the game. And you have some positive plays, right.
They'll play a crossover game next week against who knows who at this point. But, you want to finish this game off with something to hang your hat on so you can move into next week.
Boy, I just think this could have been a different team with Devin and Ciso in the lineup tonight. We don't know that, but judging by stats and what he's done for this offense, boy, you miss a guy like that.
Yeah,
he's worth almost 800 yards in offense.
Right, after how their game plan seems more along the lines of what they would do with him in the second half,
doesn't it?
Feeding the ball and then mixing it up a little bit. So,
because I don't think Barajas probably used to getting this much action in a game. Probably, he's done a heck of a job. Really,
the running back position, for sure.
From the 35-yard line.
He's going to be a sore young man tomorrow.
Boy, isn't he? First down and 10 Rams. Ball at the Eastmont 30-yard line with 23.5 seconds left.
Yeah, Eastmont has 3 safeties deep here. They're going to make sure that everything that's thrown is kept in front of them.
Now we've got an encroachment on the defense. That's kind of a head scratcher too this late in the game.
Yeah, the ultimate head scratcher is when it's the nose tackler. Look, he's staring right at the ball. It's the guy closest to it.
And how many times do you see that?
A lot.
You do.
It's just a mental breakdown.
First down and 5 now for the Rams. Lots of time for Burley here. Probably the most he's had all game. He's going to the end zone. Some contact right at the goal line, and they're going to call pass interference on the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a tough call there.
Flag on the play, the intended receiver.
Stops the clock with 16.7 seconds left. Rams desperately trying to get another score here to end this one, down 34-12.
With Eastmont's defense set up the way that it is right now, trying to keep everything in front, that's a hard ball to try to fit into that window with 3 DBs back there.
So the ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. First down and 10 from there for the Rams. It says 2 timeouts, but I think they only have 1 left. I think they've called 2 here. Barajas from a slot position back into the backfield now. Burley back to pass, looking left, going left.
Oh.
Nobody home but a Wildcat, and right to the defender. He slipped, and the ball goes incomplete.
Enrique Jacobo, a senior corner who's played a great game, had his chance there. And he's
on senior night. He could have made the interception.
Nobody's more upset than he is right now. That was a can of corn, as Rick Riz would say, right?
Right, exactly. 10.9 seconds left now. And it's second down and 10 for the Rams.
Second and 10, West Valley.
Burley shotgun, trips to his right.
That snap.
Bobbles the snap. Now the pressure is getting to Burley, and he's going to get drugged down at about the 30-yard line. I believe it was Gonzalez there, and it was Tyson Gonzalez with the sack. And that's going to do it, and that did it. That's our ball game. Our final score here from Wildcat Stadium, Eastmont 34, West Valley 12. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Grant Olson, Brandon Harley back in the booth here. Our final score, Eastmont 34 and West Valley 12. And Eastmont, boy, they are efficient on offense in the second half. Had the ball in their first possession, a 3-yard touchdown run for Julian Perez. It was only 3 plays, 76 yards. And then West Valley finally gets on the board on their second possession of the second half. It was a 4-yard touchdown pass from Burley to Woodcock. That was 11 plays, 64-yard drive. And then Eastmont scored on their next 2 possessions, a 3-yard run by Bodie Yale, and then 11-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Zielinski to Austin Zielinski. That was a 7-play, 67-yard drive. The extra point was good there, and that made the score 34-12. I guess West Valley did add another touchdown, a 53-yard touchdown play from Burley to Woodcock. 2 plays, 73 yards. Then it was 27-12. Eastmont scored on that Zielinski to Zielinski pass, and that's how we ended up 34-12. How about individual stats, Brandon?
Well, as you mentioned, West Valley, they really leaned on Antonio Barajas in the second half. He ended up with 19 carries for 122 yards. Drayden Briley, the quarterback, ended up with 31 attempts for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as you said, Seth Woodcock had 4 catches for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of those being that long 53.
We just saw that on the replay, the long 53-yarder, yeah.
Eastmont's very workmanlike. Bodie Yale, again, 10 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Austin Zielinski, 11 carries for 119 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. And as you said, 1 catch from his brother there for an 11-yard touchdown late in the fourth. Rafa Perez ended up with 7 carries for 42 yards, and Julian Cortez carried the ball very efficiently there for a couple drives with 5 carries, 63 yards, and punched 1 in for the touchdown. And Peyton Zielinski, a quarterback, ended up being 3 for 6 for 20 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
So typical Eastmont, almost 300 yards rushing once again, not much passing, and a solid defense. And that's been their MO pretty much all year long.
It's for the last decade, really.
Right, for the last decade.
Yeah, so, nothing out of the ordinary. They cleaned some things up. It's going to be an interesting weekend to see who they end up getting matched up with when the RPIs and the coaches meet.
It will be.
And, they'll have to, again, focus on making sure that they're more efficient on their passing game a little bit and clean up those penalties.
Clean up those penalties. That's the big thing. So keep it right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Eric will keep you abreast of what's happening in the playoffs here as our week moves along, and we'll know if we are, in fact, doing an Eastmont playoff game at the Apple Bowl next Saturday. We hope we do.
Right.
All right, we want to thank everybody who made this broadcast possible. Our studio producers, Malcolm Whitehall and Ethan Leonard. Line producer, Tucker Wagner. Camera people, Dan Kuntz, Cagney Fox, Paul Collard, William Eisenhardt, Victor Abarca, Tim Bronowski, Cheyenne Radich, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Thank you so much. I had to say that. I'm sorry. Thank you, everyone who made this broadcast possible. And, Brandon, thanks to you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hopefully it's not our last game of the season, but it may as well might be.
We'll find out soon.
We will. And to all you for watching, we thank you so much. Once again, our final score from Wildcat Stadium, Eastmont 34 and West Valley 12. I'm Grant Olson. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Here's a little misdirection. Austin
There's
Zielinski
Zielinski.
has room to the 40, to the 45, and
Wow.
he is going to be gone.
Thanks for watching live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast has been a presentation of our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage was also brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Taco Shava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Be sure to follow local sports on our website or through our app for Apple and Android devices at ncwlife.com. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
Cortez in motion. He'll hand it to him around the right side. Cortez has the 10, has the 5, has the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.